1-year deal worth up to $4 million. $2.5 of that is guaranteed. Texans tight end Dalton Keene suffered a torn ACL on Saturday in the game against the Giants. He's going to miss the entire season. And the Blitz is live at CIRCA. And we get started right now.
Joe Reinagel.
And for the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, live in Las Vegas at CIRCA Las Vegas for the Ultimate Contest Weekend.
Absolutely. Man, it's already been a blast here at CIRCA. Having in a very swanky conference room.
Yeah.
Ballroom. Yeah. Something like that, right?
Their convention center space, this ballroom at third floor. I don't want to say I didn't know they had a third floor. I didn't know they had this on the third floor. I know they've got casino on first and second, and then as you get the rooms. I've never been on this floor before, and it is fancy.
It is. I mean, this is like a Super Bowl-esque radio row is what this is. And so there's radio stations here from all over the country, and it's just it's a big deal. It really is.
36 radio stations are here broadcasting from their radio row. And what's cool about this for us radio guys, not that you guys care listening, but, it's like, but in your job, you have conventions and you see people that, in person, you see them once a year, maybe twice, but through social media and, text call, depending on your relationship. But you only see them in person once a year. Typically, that Super Bowl radio row, handful at the Army-Navy radio row, but it's kind of cool seeing a variety of people here from, buddies in Kansas City, buddies in New York, and Michelle Beadle is here.
She is.
Yeah, from San Antonio, obviously. She is wrapping up her show, and she's going to join us, I don't know, at any point between now and then, but it's also Las Vegas. Because I was talking to her earlier, she was like, well, I hear the pool is great. Yes, the pool here is great.
Yes.
And there is a bar right to the left of one Joe Reinagel right now.
There sure is.
The people at CIRCA know us. And I don't know if this was good or bad planning on their part. They said, hey, man, we did you a favor. We put you right next to the bar.
Well, right now I'm okay because the last thing I want to do is have a drink at this moment.
Oh,
so I think
I'm hair of the dog.
I think I'm going to be okay until we get off the air at 6:00 tonight.
Yeah,
so.
Well, or 4:00.
Well, for us, yeah.
But that's how it works. Now, so yesterday, we get done with the Blitz and we go to the airport, and all our flights are on time, but we have a beer, and it's like, okay, we've got time. Let's have another beer, and of all people, the one who never does shots, my wife says, well, we need a shot before we get on the plane.
Yes.
And the bar had a beer and shot special. Wouldn't you know it?
Wouldn't you know it?
So between getting off the air at 6 and our flight that left at 7, 3 beers and a shot, and we went to Houston. And, they have a bar there, too.
They do.
And then they serve beer on the plane. And then we get here, the limo picks us up. And there's a full bar in there. You could see a lot of that on the San Antonio Sports Star Instagram at SA Sports Star. And, our driver, by request, took a long way to get here because we wanted to make sure that bar was empty. And then we get to the casino about 11-ish, checking in. And just throw your stuff in the room, and then we're on the blackjack table and drinking until 3 a.m. this morning.
It's 3 a.m., which is 5 a.m., by the way, San Antonio time.
Yeah, rock star.
Yes, exactly.
Vegas. So let's pace ourselves. Was never a thought.
You hit the casino and you get here and you're excited.
The energy,
right, and you just have that shot of adrenaline and you're doing your thing, and it's man, it was a lot of fun, and this place is hopping. It always is, and so we had a great time last night. But it goes back to the point that the bar, at least for now, is safe because I'm good for a while. That may change in an hour, but
well,
for now, we're good.
Wow. And what's great is there are so many San Antonio Sports Star listeners here in
Yes.
Las Vegas. Had a couple already stop by here on the third floor at CIRCA Las Vegas to say hi, Jeff and Ted. Jeff's
Sounds like a sitcom.
well, talking
Jeff
to those,
and Ted hit
talking
Las
to those
Vegas.
two guys that are sharing a room this weekend, it is a sitcom. But, I mean, Jeff isn't the brightest guy. He's a Cardinals fan and only agrees with Ryan Eagle.
Of course.
Wearing a Dolphin shirt and a Spurs hat. Ted was clearly the smart one in the group. But, but we met some people last night at the bar. Now, I wish I could remember their names, right?
Well, weren't they related to Chili Dog?
Well, that's it. You remember that
The
that
politician,
councilman,
right?
or school board member, whatever that story
Chili
was,
Dog.
that goes by Chili Dog, right? Well, his aunt is here, and apparently my wife was her through nursing school.
See that? It's a small world, isn't it?
It really is a small world. And this guy's like, man, your wife taught my wife she's making money now, so let me buy you a beer. Well, of course. We can do that. But then they started to try and call Chili Dog at 2 a.m. Vegas time. Why? I don't know. I may have encouraged that. But apparently Chili Dog, whatever his real name is, there's like 3 of them. So the aunt called the son thinking something's wrong because the phone's ringing in the middle of the night. No, I'm looking for. And so she got another phone number. She called Chili Dog's dad, woke his ass up, and we never actually talked to Chili Dog himself.
Well, we may have to fix that then.
I don't know how much I care, but yes,
not really.
Point,
but
we will.
Chili, if you're listening, we were thinking about you last night.
Well, saying all kinds of bad things. Boy, we've learned a lot about you, Chili Dog.
Yeah, we sure did. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and that's how. I mean, we've got there's a lot of people here from San Antonio, so we're having a big party out here, bringing a part of San Antonio with us out here to Las Vegas. I'm glad that y'all are listening as well, and I see a lot of comments on YouTube. No poolside, I get it, but there's just too many people.
Yes.
Too many stations here to do that, so they had to put us in the conference room. But don't worry, we'll bring you some highlights of the pool when we get off the air here, 4:00 Vegas time. I plan on hitting the pool and checking out some of the scenery myself. So, and I know my wife's not listening right now, so that's a good thing.
Well, see,
I can say that
because they all might be at the pool as we speak.
Yes.
I mean, that's the great thing is, by the time we get done with work, they've been drinking at the pool all day.
I know it. They're about FOMO, man.
They've got a cabana with some people, and your brother's in town, and he's got, what do you get, day beds or whatever?
And whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have the air conditioning. But there's minimums that you have to spend, which is easy to do with a big group of people.
Yes.
But, I imagine that they'll be ready for a nap by the time we're ready to get going. So we'll have to figure that out coming up in a little bit. But, not at the pool here this time around like we were when we were here for opening day of Major League Baseball in the NCAA tournament. But also, the weather is a little bit more pool friendly.
It is.
I'm going to guess the people here at CIRCA said, we could probably sell all these cabanas, so we're not going to put all the radio guys in there.
Yeah. Well, they do, and they're all sold.
They're all sold. Yeah.
I tell you what, that I can't wait to get out there. I'll be honest with you. I'm looking forward to it and starting the night that way. But it's just an excitement here at CIRCA. There really is. It's just there's a good vibe here.
There is a good vibe here. And you know who else is here is our good friend, Michelle Beadle. She is here. We're going to talk to Michelle Beadle coming up. Yeah, go to the bar first. We got to take a break. So you can go to the bar, and we'll take a break, come back, and visit with the great Michelle Beadle here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star.
First, I want to talk to you a little bit about Stevens Roofing. I've been talking about them for a long time now. Family-owned company, local company, and your roof covers your home. It covers your family, so you got to have a reliable roofer you can trust. That is Stevens Roofing. Doesn't matter whether it's a residential project or a commercial project, they can handle it. You want a metal roof on your house, they can do that as well. They're licensed by the city of San Antonio, and estimates are always free when you give them a call at 210-785-0994. And these days, everybody looking to save a little bit of money. So if you've been thinking about going solar Well, Stevens Roofing has you covered there as well. Look, solar panels are increasingly affordable. They can save you money on your monthly utility bills. Plus, solar will often increase the value of your home. Even options to keep the lights on if the grid goes down. Can't beat that. Stevens has a team of certified experts who will deliver solar solutions tailored to your specific needs. So for roofing or for solar, give them a call. The local company that's been trusted for decades, Stevens Roofing, 210-785-0994. Stevens Roofing has your family covered. Call them, 210-785-0994.
94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards going to see your favorite team in the playoffs. Progressive cannot guarantee that you can go see your favorite team in the playoffs. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, but we cannot guarantee that your favorite team will make the playoffs or even finish with a winning record. They could easily lose more than half their games and finish in the cellar because they stink badly and haven't made the playoffs in years. Savings? Very possible. Playoffs? Highly doubtful. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. We cannot be held liable for your favorite team's terrible and frankly embarrassing performances now or ever.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-714-8422. 800-714-8422. 800-714-8422.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
After a total renovation of their greens, Olympia Hills invites you to their grand relaunch event the weekend of September 13th. Olympia Hills has renovated all 18 greens to enhance your golfing experience. Come and enjoy the dramatic elevation changes and a layout that's been strategically designed for your enjoyment. Follow on social media for updates and witness the transformation of your favorite course. Discover premier golfing in Bexar County with the grand relaunch the weekend of September 13th. Book your tee time now at OlympiaHillsGolf.com.
With a true Vegas feel, the Big Blind is the premier poker room in San Antonio, featuring an upscale environment catering to players from all abilities. From high-octane tournaments or lively cash games, the Big Blind has a game for everyone, including blackjack tournaments. From the owners of the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant, the Big Blind is locally owned and operated, offering daily cash games to daily, weekly, and monthly tournaments. Learn more online at thebigblindsa.com. The Big Blind at 281 and Redland Road.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix in Las Vegas at CIRCA Las Vegas for their Ultimate Contest weekend. They've got a Radio Row here, and, we were talking about you run into friends that you see once or twice a year. So now we could say 3 times because the great Michelle Beadle, you just got off the air.
Yes.
With Mad Dog Radio,
Yeah.
and you're ready to hit the bar, and you're like, man, let's go on with
I
the
can't
Blitz.
believe there's a bar next to you guys.
Well, they know
I didn't even
Reinagel.
see that.
I know. They know Reinagel.
No, my vice here is stupid slot machine.
Well,
that's my vice.
I have a lot of vices, Michelle. That's one of them. The blackjack table's one.
That's the
That
other
bar
one.
over there.
I can't believe that there's a bar. It's
lots.
noon, for God's sake.
Well, it's Vegas, though,
I know.
right?
By the way, that's funny because now I'm thinking I have seen dudes walking around with beards. Now
Yeah.
I get it. Now I get it.
There you go.
I was at breakfast this morning at that Saginaw's, and I got water. Everybody else is getting
Yeah,
coffee.
sure you did.
Yeah, well, and I've got to go to work. But all I'm thinking is, the people in front of us, they order their breakfast and beer. We were drinking and gambling at 3 a.m.
That's fair.
At 9, I was not ready for another beer. Just the thought of it
Wait,
was.
you were up at 3 a.m.?
Yes.
I was.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Are you up or down?
Well,
down. I'm
down a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's all right.
It wasn't
A little
horrible,
bit's fine.
but
That's
yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
I landed late. I went upstairs. I put my stuff down. The call of the slots was louder than I could even. But I'm up. I had a good one, and now I'll see how long before I give it all.
So,
back.
so what is your game? What?
So I do Wheel of Fortune, like
Okay.
So I try to not do the high limits anymore because it's too fast.
Right,
Just
right.
Getting it money, and then I like blackjack. So
Okay.
those
Yep.
are the two. That's it.
Okay.
Blackjack I like because you can sit for hours.
Yes.
You can.
Which is nice.
Which last
Or
night.
you can't.
Well, you were there about 15 minutes.
It depends. It can go fast, I suppose.
My problem with blackjack is I'm sitting there going, okay, the stack was getting bigger, and then all of a sudden it's getting smaller. It's like, okay, all right, there's my walkaway point.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah, all right, let's go. Well, and I had that. I split 8, so I'm
gotta go.
and then it's just like, all right, well, I'm just going to keep going, and then you realize, well, this last 20 minutes was expensive.
Today
We're
will be
living
better.
That's
Yes.
Today will be better.
Positive attitude.
When I'm done here, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get one of those stories you only see about on Instagram. The
Yeah.
big
So
win.
if you win $1 million,
That's it.
Michelle, we need to hear about
Everyone here will know.
it. Okay. Good.
Like,
Good. Good.
strangers will know about it.
Somehow, if she won $300, I think we're all going to know about it.
Which is
Yes. Yes. Well, all right. So we talk about all of us in Vegas and how we are. You were saying during your commercial breaks on Mad Dog,
Yes.
4 minutes, you were literally
Yes.
running downstairs to feed a slot machine
We're doing
and
a project.
get back.
Yeah, it's we're doing it for science.
Oh, it's science.
Yeah, it's science.
No, it's
I'm doing it
work.
for science.
Work related.
Because I was like, all right, I'm gonna take $100 at the beginning of the show, and then every 4 minutes. But then I was up 150, and now I'm down. So now I'm overall down just on this little thing, like $45. But I didn't touch last night's winning. Last night's winnings are safe.
All right, so
Nice.
you're buying dinner.
No.
Oh.
Somebody's buying dinner, but it's not me. I don't know who it is.
Crazy. Michelle Beadle joining us here on the Blitz in Las Vegas. Now, you've kind of been all over the place, the FanDuel stuff, the Mad Dog Radio. Where do you live now?
That's a great question. Most of the time I'm in New York.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I'm in LA, and then rarely I get back down to San Antonio. And which, by the way, I have to say it because I got an email from my old football coach at my old high school. Did not realize how far Bernie Little League had gone.
Yeah.
But so I was like, I'm gonna shout them out everywhere because that is amazing.
All right,
It's nuts.
And you're from Bernie.
Yeah, it's such a small place. I got to say.
Yesterday, watching the game as they beat Nevada to go to the U.S. Championship game on Saturday, they're talking about Bernie and San Antonio. It was like 31 miles. I'm like, 31 miles?
Really?
I guess maybe downtown to downtown.
That's what they're doing.
And then it said famous people from Bernie.
Yeah, who'd they say?
Bill Goldberg was listed first.
That's a good one.
And then George Strait.
He's not from Bernie.
Well, he lives there now, right? Cordillera.
Oh, he does.
Right.
But
Is that considered Bernie?
See, that's the problem with this because when I lived in Bernie, it's like it was just Bernie. Now there's 4 schools per. It's like a whole other place. But yeah, I don't know. Goldberg, I mean, technically Stone Cold lives out in like the Comfort-ish area.
Yeah.
Count that one too.
Well, Josh Beckett's out there.
Yeah.
Michelle Beadle's from there.
Yeah. Right.
I mean,
I feel slighted.
You should.
Wait, was this on ESPN?
It was.
It was.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna always screw you, right?
That explains it, right?
Oh, never mind. I'm never going to make that list.
That's right, because Straight's from San Marcos.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Take it where you can.
Sure.
Blame 'em.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, but at some point you've got to go. But yeah, they play for the U.S.
That's
Championship
awesome.
on Saturday.
That's crazy. What a small little world.
It really is. It's fantastic. You get back to San Antonio much?
No, I'm trying to. Like, it's funny thing is, I keep getting the CPS notices about storms, and I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know if my house is fine. I don't. Somebody should go drive by and make sure it's still there. But yeah, I'd like to once the heat stops.
Gotcha.
So what is that? December?
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah.
You'll be home
for a couple of
Thanksgiving.
weeks.
That's actually a good call. Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving you'll do it. Although it does lead to a question, and the announcement yesterday from Bill Land.
Yeah.
And a lot of people immediately, well, Michelle Beadle needs to be a part of this.
Sure. That's
Yeah, absolutely. Get Kick on the phone
when I
right
think
now.
of Bill Land, legend.
Yes.
I think no, I was lucky enough to get to do a bunch of Spurs stuff when I first started going back to work, and then hopefully we'll get to do more. But Bill Land is one of, and you guys know this,
Yes.
like this business has a lot of crappy people in
Yes.
it, across the board. And so he, beautiful, lovely man. So I wish him all the best in his retirement. Hopefully we get to go have beers with him because God knows that's how he's going to be living it out. But yeah, who's doing it next? I don't know. I mean, Dan Weiss, that's my pick.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
So Sean will have some
He
say
has
so in
to.
that, right?
He has to. Yeah. And Sean's such an easy, likable, get along guy. Like, I can't imagine there's a world. I mean, who would they bring in he wouldn't like? That would be the thing to figure out because Sean's so easy too. So yeah, it's a coveted job. Like Wemby has made everything gold again.
Yep.
So that's cool to watch.
When you think about the addition of Wemby, and I go back his first sit down interview was with you.
It was amazing.
Where he was then to where he is now. And your national media perspective. I mean, in San Antonio, we feel like we're living it every day. But from your perspective, what has been the growth being in New York, watching what is happening with Wemby and the Spurs?
Look, I think we've all seen enough sports stars come in with hype who haven't worked out, and then those who have. And he's coming in with more hype than I can remember in a really long time. To watch him grow so quickly and to mentally just seem to be years above his young embryonic age. Just watching him cry at the Olympics, like you're 20 years old and you took a French team to the line with a team of all Hall of Famers and legends. Like there are no tears here. Like this kid's going to be here for a really long time. And I had somebody text me, a player in the league who I was like shocked to hear from, who goes, he's top 5 now. And I'm like, and this is a guy who's not a big hype buyer. And, most players don't want to really give him that credit yet because he's a kid, he's from out of the country, all the things that come with that. I'm so obsessed with how this ends. Like when we were having the argument of, is it Chet Holmgren or Wemby? I was like, this is not even an argument.
It's not.
Like, what are we even talking about right now? And clearly we were all right. Pat on our back. But I'm so excited for everything this future has with him. I hope he goes the way of a Tim Duncan, where he never leaves the city and he's a Spur for life, and that's it.
What is it about San Antonio? David Robinson, right? Tim Duncan, now Wemby.
And our thing with French.
Right.
We got a good picker for French. It's crazy. I know it's why when, sometimes if the Spurs make moves that the quote unquote national media question, or they ask me about it, I'm like, I've grown to trust the system in San Antonio. I don't have reason not to. And they just kind of have a really good ability to look forward rather than immediately. And I think that's where teams sometimes get in trouble, is like they want a quick fix, and the quick fix isn't really, I mean, look at the Phoenix Suns. That was supposed to be a team that was going to go to the finals, and that's just not how that played out. So yeah, they're good at this. Spurs are good at this. And so we'll see what the moves are. I mean, my hardest thing was the Chris Paul of it all. As a Spurs fan, he wasn't our favorite.
No, they're sports hate. We've always hated that.
Despise. And so that's going to be fun to watch this season.
But my theory is we root for laundry. If you're wearing the other team's jersey, I'm not a fan. I can sports hate you. You put on our jersey, I will root for you.
You take that jersey off, though, we're right back where we were.
Now, I don't see like a Karl Malone. I don't care what jersey he's wearing. I can't.
I can't.
He's
a bad dude.
Yes.
I can't root for him. Yeah, no, the Chris Paul of it all. I once took a hot yoga class with Chris Paul in LA.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You what?
Wait.
Yeah. He was the last one in. I was like, oh God, here we go. So it's just like an amazing moment. By the way, could there be a more LA moment? I once took a hot yoga class with Chris Paul. But yeah, no, didn't acknowledge each other. But we were very aware of each other's existence in the room. Like, yeah, hello. And now he's a Spur.
Yeah.
We saw it coming.
Yeah, but what number is he going to wear?
What is he wearing?
Well, it's the strangest thing.
Yeah.
So they have the introductory press conference. Right. They don't hold up a jersey. They take a photo of him with a basketball covering what the number would be. Keldon at an autograph show last week was asked. And he said, no, I'm going to be number 3 for sure.
For sure.
For sure. He said, for sure. And he's not giving up his number.
Good for him.
Yeah.
No, he's got to.
Well, no, he's going to get traded anyway.
Hall of Famer.
God, is that how this is going to play?
Absolutely.
It's been it's drama in San Antonio.
Big. I'm surprised you're not getting text messages.
I know. I'm surprised
this.
I'm not. I mean, we're already almost to September. Doesn't this have to be decided?
It does.
I mean,
soon?
Yeah. Well, at some point, have you ever seen a player introduction where no jersey? No. And my thought was, well, Keldon, has given a number. But, you look at the reduced salary that Chris is working for. How much is he going to give up for a number? Or did the Spurs say, hey, don't pay that kid anything. He won't be here when we get to training camp.
I know, but I love Keldon.
Well, he's
a great guy.
But he'll be good for somebody else.
Paul has made enough money. He can write a nice check for that number 3 if he really, really wants it. You're also not paying a bunch of taxes like you're used to paying this season. So it just... pay the man.
I think that's what Keldon was doing, negotiating through the media. He was negotiating through the media. I'm number 3.
Well,
everybody
but Keldon has worn 3, high school, college.
He's a baby.
He is a baby.
And big reason why he idolized Chris Paul.
I love by the way, we're all so old now that's what's happening. It's like players are playing with guys they idolize. And
yes.
Like the Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant of it all to me is like, it's like a buddy cop movie. I want that to be a thing.
I can't believe Kevin Durant's 35 years old.
I can't. It feels like he's been around forever.
Right. I remember. It's like yesterday he came out of Texas.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
And he's still skinny as hell. I don't understand how that happens.
Hot yoga in LA.
Hot yoga in LA. No, I would like if I saw him. It'd be a good sighting.
Well, we'll see. What is your patience level as a Spurs fan on how quickly you want to see this team winning again? I know the whole skipping steps and all that, but dude, I don't know how many more non-losing seasons I can deal with.
Like what's realistic, right? Because I enjoyed last season. And I want to win. Obviously, I love parades. Let's have more parades. But I also was kind of like, okay, we're seeing growth. We're seeing, especially towards the end of the way the season ended, I was like, all right, there's something going on here. This will be fun. I don't know realistically, is 2 seasons too long? It's 3 seasons feels very long to me. 2. I could be patient for.
So if now they should improve obviously this year with Chris Paul, and Wemby himself is going to be better.
Mm-hmm.
He won't have to looking lost at the beginning of the season like he did last year. So all of that is good, but I don't know if they're still going to be good enough.
I know.
Are we talking playoffs?
Exactly.
Play-in?
Is play-in? Is that a mark?
Yeah.
Is that what we're going for? I mean,
I mean, I'm greedy.
You're like, I want the 4th spot.
Well, and again, I don't know.
Number 1 seed.
I mean, like real playoffs, not a play-in game and one and you're out. Yeah. I mean,
wow, that's tough.
Look, things happen. People get hurt. You never know.
Well, but I look at Wemby, and every interview you see with that guy, he wants to win.
Yeah.
He wants to win. And you said you want him to be a Spur for life.
Yeah.
3 years of suckage, and you start looking at contracts, and I know the Spurs could pay him more than anybody else, but at some point, you want to win, and I know he wants to win. I see him, the emotion in losing in a gold medal game.
I know.
I mean,
killed me.
Could he have another season of what if they get 35 wins? Which would be on paper great growth, but.
What if we get 40 wins? By the way, I'm totally weeing this.
Yeah, no. I mean,
you're playing. They signed you.
They're our team. I mean, when you go back to the Coyote Clubhouse, you can say we. You can say we.
Grandfather did.
Yes.
40 wins. Would you consider that What do you think?
At 500.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, I'm and again, I'm
wow.
ready, but I see the way that team was playing at the end.
That's what I'm saying. Build off that.
I even though they're short-term help with like Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, and yet they should be a better team.
I mean, and look, the West is the West.
It's
not
tough.
an easy conference by any stretch of the imagination. So, yeah, it'll be tough. But I do think they've got one whole year under their belts. Wemby has grown exponentially in a short period of time. Fine. 41 wins.
There you go.
All right, that's the goal.
Well, you're the perfect person to ask this because you're an expert in hot yoga.
Sure.
Is Wemby an LA or New York guy?
Golly, he seems more New York to me.
Yeah.
So New York just feels more like cosmopolitan, worldly. More LA is just do I hate living in LA? No, I don't hate it. Is it my favorite place in the world? No, it's not my favorite. There's just a vibe to it, people wise, that you're just like over. Whereas New York, I think, feels more worldly. I'm going to give him New York. Why are we trading him?
Well, no, but I'm just saying. I mean, if he wanted to leave for the brighter lights or a bigger city or what, something like that.
Maybe. I mean, the Knicks are doing great things too, so maybe. But no, we're not giving him away to anyone.
Well, we can't, right?
No,
no.
Keep him.
See, we're all playing now. We can't. We can't.
No, we cannot.
We are professionals.
No, they're going to be good again, so they're back to being we.
They're we.
Yes. Then when they're winning, it's we. When they're not making the playoffs, it's those guys.
Those guys.
Oh,
yes,
my goodness.
Those guys. Michelle Beadle on Mad Dog Radio and everything else that you're doing.
Who knows what's happening this year? Maybe I just do one job instead of 7.
No, you need 7.
I mean, you're not ready for that yet.
She's got 3 homes to pay for.
I've got a 17-year-old dog that's going to live forever. That's the hospital bills.
Absolutely, yes. I know how that is. I do. Plus, you've got slot machines to play.
Dude, you know that I'm itching.
Yes.
It's going to be me and some oldies down there now. Daytime gambling.
Go play.
Save me a seat, will you?
Yeah, the great Michelle Beadle. Great catching up with you.
Absolutely.
See you near a slot machine soon.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. It's always good having Michelle Beadle along with us. Hey, it's always good to make your tee time this weekend out at the Golf Club of Texas as well. And you need to do that now because it's going to be a perfect weekend. I know it's a little bit hot, but that's okay. Make it for an early time. GolfClubTexas.com. That's how you get the best rates. You go there and sign up. And I tell you what, football season is upon us, right? We've got college football this weekend. The NFL starts pretty soon as well, and that is the perfect place to go out and watch some football. The Golf Club of Texas. They've got a great bar. It's called the Tin Cup. It's a restaurant bar, all of that. Food is fantastic. Lots of drinks out there, and there are a lot of TVs. They should be your NFL headquarters this year, the Golf Club of Texas. Look, it looks like a country club, but it's not. It is open to the public 7 days a week, and, well, they offer some of the best course conditions in town with the friendliest staff. And I already told you about the Tin Cup. The food is fantastic, and you can take your family out there, and you're not going to break the bank. That is the best part about it. But make the Golf Club of Texas your football headquarters this fall. Golf Club of Texas is right there on Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. Whether it's for dinner at the Tin Cup or around with your buddies, your next tournament, go check them out. GolfClubTexas.com, GolfClubTexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Happy Friday on the Morning Huddle. We've got college football. It's here. It's here.
Cowboys, get ready for the Chargers. We'll get you ready for all things football. Get here early. The party's at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Wrangler season out there. Warmer days, cooler nights, open roads, endless horizons. And you need to be ready in jeans made for the unpredictable. Wrangler, for the ride of life. Shop our newest styles today at Wrangler.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We can get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Fall's coming. You have a lot to prepare for. back to school, family gatherings, and staying on top of your health. The virus that causes COVID-19 continues to evolve, so this fall make a plan for COVID-19 vaccination. Ask your doctor to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
We're here to tell you about Listing Spark, a new way to sell your San Antonio area home. Listing Spark uses superior technology and customer service to sell your home faster at a fraction of the cost of an old school real estate brokerage. For a low flat fee, the Listing Spark team finds your perfect list price, takes high quality photos, delivers a yard sign and a showing lockbox, lists your property on the local MLS, markets it to all major real estate websites, handles buyer inquiries, and coordinates showings. You can view buyer offers through Listing Spark's portal, then accept, reject, or counteroffer with just a few clicks. You only pay a small $395 fee to get started, then only $2,600 only if your property sells, and you can cancel anytime. Save tens of thousands of dollars in commissions. Isn't this the way selling a house should be? Get started today by calling 800-MLS-LIST or go to listingspark.com. That's listingspark.com. Listing Spark. Sell your home the smart way.
It's common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes. We have less energy and gain weight easier. There's a way to feel better, not in years or months, but sometimes in just days.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick. Morning Kick is a revolutionary new formula that combines all my favorite supplements into one daily drink.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and powerful anti-aging supplements. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, and helps manage stress.
I look and feel better than I have in years.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com, use code SAVE, or text SAVE to 511-511 and claim 40% off. Roundhouseprovisions.com, code SAVE.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee. You could be feeling these changes within just a couple of days.
Text SAVE to 511-511.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Lowe's knows Labor Day calls for big savings. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $750 when you buy 2 or more select major appliances priced $396 or more. And My Lowe's Rewards members get 3 bags of premium 2 cubic foot color mulch for just $10. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 9/4 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
The NFL is on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jay Semenix at CIRCA Las Vegas for the Ultimate Contest Weekend.
You know, you never know what you're going to see here at CIRCA Las Vegas, and you get a Dolphins fan with a Spurs hat walking up with a shot glass full of something.
Yeah, it looks like tequila.
It looks like tequila.
It smells like tequila. And I can smell it from here, and that's clearly not his first one.
Well,
it's noon.
It's Vegas.
It is Vegas.
Come on.
That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. You know, it's one thing when you're doing a show at the Rue Pub, and all right, we can't drink until the show is over, right? But if somebody walks up and offers you a shot in Vegas, it's so disrespectful to say no.
Completely disrespectful.
But we've got to wait until 4:00 here. Yes, we will wait until 4:00.
Yes, we have to.
Because we like our jobs and we want to come back. But thank you.
But you just never know. You never know what you're going to see in Vegas. That's part of the beauty of it. But man, it's a lot of fun. And again, thanks to Michelle Beadle. That was it was awesome catching up with her.
A lot of you commenting on our YouTube channel, appreciating that she's here. It's so fun because you and I have known her on a personal level for years and years. And the stardom. Everything she was doing at ESPN and then everything that she went through in departing ESPN and you talk about, I mean, we're out here. One of the games is called Survivor. And she is, she is great people.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff that she has gone through in this business is what it is. But for her to come out on the other side and still do what she does at the level she does is phenomenal.
Absolutely. But she's done well. I mean, she's, that whole NBC thing, she came out of that okay. So I'm happy for her, and it's good to see her out here. Happy that she's doing Mad Dog Radio and having a good time with that, it seems. Having a good time with the slot machines, as we are as well. We talked a lot about Victor Wembanyama with Michelle, and everybody's already, as we get closer to the NBA season, talking about Victor Wembanyama already, and he better get a big trophy case.
Yeah, well, he should. And I think about that Rookie of the Year trophy that he won, and local San Antonio artist Marty Leal had that drawing that he did, and basically it's a big old trophy case, and it only had one to signify this thing is going to get full. That's the first of many trophies. And while we were getting ready for the start of the NFL season, ESPN's basketball writers are bored apparently, because they
yes, they are.
They put a panel together predicting or not predicting, but panel over, what was it, over a dozen NBA writers and experts at ESPN, their panel of experts voting on awards at this point. Their preseason awards poll, Wemby was picked to win Defensive Player of the Year. 67% of the first place votes. Rudy Gobert, second, only 5% of first place votes.
Well, and Wemby's eligible now. So he can win it this
he's
year.
Not a rookie.
Yeah, right. He's not a rookie anymore, so he's eligible. So he ought to win that thing. And what I've seen out of Rudy Gobert lately, he ought to give his back that he won last year. Guy won the Defensive Player of the Year award and forgot how to play defense.
Well, it's a regular season award.
Jeez.
He gets the Dak Prescott treatment. It's a regular season award.
I guess so.
Not what you do in the postseason.
Dude, that guy.
You go from there. Wemby, also, according to the panel, an overwhelming pick for most likely first-time All-Star. 90% of the first-place votes. Also finished in a tie with Jalen Williams from Oklahoma City for most improved player. Now, that I find fascinating. Do you put Wemby in a most improved player category?
See, that's interesting.
Where a trophy is at stake.
That is an interesting question to me because, look, we all know, or feel pretty good about the fact that Wemby's going to be better, believe it or not, than he was last year. And right out of the gate, because last year, I mean, he was a little lost the first couple of months of the season, and that's to be expected. But now he knows coming in what he's going to do. So, but is it good enough to make him the most improved player? I find that fascinating that they've got that, and have him winning that thing. That's just fascinating to me.
I just look at the idea of even having Wemby in that category because. I think about a most improved player, not somebody that was taken number one overall with extremely high expectations. Now, he might have the most improvement in his game, just watching him last year develop, watching what he was doing in the Olympics, all of that. Yeah, I guess, and when your name is Wemby, I guess you qualify for all those awards, but I kind of think awards like six man and that sort of stuff. For guys that exceed expectations. I don't know that Wemby can exceed any expectation.
Sure he can, because I don't think we've scratched the surface of this guy.
But the expectations are so high.
Well, I see what you're talking about. But I just, look, when you watch this kid play and some of the things that he can do for a 7'4" skinny dude out of France, it's incredible, the stuff that he comes up with. So I think we're going to see some things as he grows and develops that you're going to go, wow, that is just, I never saw that coming. But you're right. I mean, look, the expectations are so high for this kid that he's going to be the face of the NBA very quickly. If that doesn't happen this year, certainly in the years to come, very quickly it's going to happen. So,
and when you look at this, all the talk, right? Most improved. You look at Wemby expectations, he's going to collect a ton of MVP awards. But for most valuable player, Luka is the ESPN's panel pick, although only 48% of first place votes. The Joker second with 10%. Wemby does not make the top 10. So I'm guessing doesn't get a single vote at any level for MVP. So, and again, if you're going to have, and what I appreciate the way the panel apparently did this, if you're most improved, you can't be MVP, right? Defensive player, sure, most improved player, but he's not in the MVP conversation, at least according to this preseason poll. That's going to come years down the road.
Well, and the most improved player, again, as we just talked about, I think is kind of silly in my mind that he's even would be considered for something like that. MVP, he should be in the top 10. I don't know that he'll win it until the Spurs are relevant again. And if he makes them relevant this year just by his play and the phenomenal play that he does, then he should be considered. But I think as the years go by and they build this team and they get good again, and you're talking about the Spurs, going into the season as a playoff team, then Wemby's going to be considered for MVP. But I don't disagree with Luka because that guy's phenomenal as well.
Yeah, no, big time. Now, you look at how good are the Spurs going to be. They finished second to Memphis as the team best positioned to make a significant jump in the standings, whatever the hell that means.
Well, John Morant's got to stay on the floor first and foremost and not do something stupid again. But so we'll see if that happens. Just Morant coming back is going to vault Memphis to be better than they have been, certainly. And look, the Spurs are going to be better. The Chris Paul edition this year, that's going to help Wemby depending on how much he plays. Harrison Barnes as well, but just Wemby alone and his improvement from year 1 to 2 is going to make this Spurs team much, much better. 22 wins last year? It's got to be pushing 40. I would have to believe coming up.
My personal goal is to at least be 500. I'd like to see them as a playoff team, and watching the way they played last year and with the additions that they were able to make, I don't think that's an unrealistic expectation. It'd be curious to get down to the sports book later tonight or tomorrow or at some point this weekend at CIRCA Las Vegas and look at their NBA futures and see where they have the San Antonio Spurs, because, if it's mid-30s, I might have to put some money down on that.
Well, you do that, Minix, because you did so well last year with your prediction.
Yeah, it was awful.
You should really do that.
Well, it's
the people at CIRCLA like your money.
Yeah, they do, and in yours too. That's why they keep bringing us back.
Exactly.
But when you look at it, I mean, I don't think it's too far fetched to think that they could be a 500 basketball team. I'm not thinking that they're going to the Western Conference Finals. I'd like to see them be competitive in round 1, maybe even make it to round 2, depending on where the seedings are. But, if they're a play-in team that gets in and they're playing the top seeded, whoever it ends up being, do I expect them to win that series? No. But do I expect them to get swept? No. I want them to be competitive. I want to watch good basketball.
I think they will. I think you're going to see good basketball. Again, I was critical of the Chris Paul here. He's going to make the team better. He's going to make Wemby better this year. Unfortunately, that's as far as it goes, and that's the sad part about it. But this team, just him, because he's going to know when and how to get Wemby the basketball and at the right time. So I'm not worried about this year. I think they're going to be highly competitive. And I've told you this, told everybody that's listening this, what do they do after that? Because it seems to me you kind of have to start all over after Chris Paul goes into the retirement home.
He's already there. They're just giving him a day pass.
I suppose.
With no number.
I just hope he plays 50 games.
Yeah. Coach of the year, Tibbs in New York, but Greg Popovich, fourth.
All right.
Well, I mean.
Who are the other two? Does it show?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course it shows. It's Oklahoma City at 2 and Joe Mazzulla at 3 with Boston. Kenny Atkinson in Cleveland 5th. Nick Nurse, Taylor Jenkins, Spoelstra at 8. Udoka at 9. And Mosley with the Orlando Magic at 10.
Well, look, Oklahoma City, and I think Thibodeau, depending, right? New York's always Jekyll and Hyde, so you don't know. But Oklahoma City, I think, is a team that's going to overtake Denver in the West. I believe, and I believe they do it this year. I think they're the best team in the West. They're positioned perfectly. So, Coach of the Year, if it comes to that, I'd go OKC.
Well, and again, I preseason poll, if there is something about what they're doing with the New York Knicks,
right?
And if they can finally get that team where they expect it to be in New York, playing at the Garden, Tibbs is going to be able to write his own check, and he's going to get every award because, the national media, so many of those guys based in New York. Even talking to Michelle Beadle, she lives there now. And yeah, the Knicks are the Knicks. And,
yep.
And if, because it always comes back to the Cowboys. If Mike McCarthy could actually ever do something, or whatever coach finally does with the Dallas Cowboys, Mike McCarthy going into the final year of his deal, they go win a Super Bowl this year. Don't laugh. Sean Payton, what are you making? $20 million? Jerry, I need more than that. And you know what? Jerry would pay it.
Well, sure. And Jerry probably feels pretty safe that that's not going to happen.
No.
So he's okay with it. I don't think McCarthy's there next year. I don't know who their coach will be. I hear all this Bill Belichick talk, and that's not going to happen. But that's a topic for another day. I just don't think he'll be there. Spurs, they're going to be better. How much better is the question? I don't think they're a playoff team this year. Maybe play in, Jason. I do that playoff team this year.
We'll find out. Now, the same panel, it's not all Wemby.
Really?
Steph Castle got some love for Rookie of the Year.
How about that?
Not going to win it. Fourth most votes for Rookie of the Year. Reed Shepherd down in Houston got the most votes as the preseason Rookie of the Year.
And I agree with that. I mean, this kid is supposed to be something else. Houston's going to be much improved this year.
Well, we thought that last year.
Well, we always think that too. But I believe that Houston's going to be in the mix this year. I'm not sold on Zach Edey. I don't know. I've got to see this. He's got to show me. I just don't. I know Rob Thompson in the Morning Huddle loves that guy, but I just don't. There's something about him. And I hope he proves me wrong, but I just don't. I don't see it. But I think Castle. I can't wait to see this kid play. I honestly can't wait to see this kid play. So, as a member of the Spurs, it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be a fun year.
It is going to be a fun year for sure. It's going to be a fun couple of days for the Blitz here at CIRCA Las Vegas. The ultimate contest weekend is here. Got some listeners hanging around looking at us right now with shots in their hand.
Yeah.
All kinds of different things going on as we're out here. But and coming up, and I'm excited, what about an hour away at 4 o'clock San Antonio time. The guy that basically his title is Sportsbook Risk Manager. What an interesting title.
Yes.
For the guy that sets the lines for NFL games.
I can't wait to talk to this guy. Now, he's a futures expert.
Yes.
Right? So if you're thinking about a futures expert, say you like the Dallas Cowboys, you want to put some money on them or whomever. I know everybody's laughing right now out there, but he's an expert on that. So I can't wait to ask him who he thinks, if he'll tell us. Well, it might be the best bet this year.
Well, and curiosity on how you determine all the different things that they look at. And because, our great producer, James Pledger, who is not allowed to travel with us. And sorry, Pledge, a guy asked us earlier, why don't we ever let you out? Because, they don't know. So we don't tell them. But, we don't take you places for obvious reasons. But this guy that we're going to talk to an hour also does the lines for slap fighting, which is a favorite hobby of James Pledger and his buddy Roach. They like to get into slap fights for fun. And James has been doing this for years. I've always thought he was an idiot for that.
Well, he is.
Turns out he's well ahead of his time because there is a professional league. He could have turned a pro slap fighter, Slappy, years ago and made money at this. Instead, he was doing it for fun.
That's a good nickname for Pledge. Slappy.
Slappy?
Slappy. Hey, Slappy. You going to the Root Pub tonight, Slappy?
Slappy. Instead of Shaggy?
Shaggy.
Call him Slappy?
Shaggy Slappy.
Wow. I don't know. Coming up here.
That's going to be fun.
There is a story that will give you nightmares.
Oh, my.
I mean, it's already a fear for most, but it happened.
I'm scared just sitting here.
Oh, well, I mean, at least you got a solid seat right now, but when you're hovering over that porcelain, bad things happen to one dude. You won't believe this story. We'll tell you about it. Coming up on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding 281 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Fall Golf Classic is back. Monday, September 30th at Olympia Hills Golf Club. Get your slot now. $120 per person or $400 per foursome. The Fall Golf Classic, benefiting San Antonio sports, is presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chungla. Sponsored in part by Jim Beam, PPL Motorhomes, Flight by Yingling, Tomalitos Mexican Restaurant. The Fall Golf Classic, happening Monday, September 30th. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
The biggest pro football contests in Vegas are back. CIRCA Survivor and CIRCA Million are now up to a record $16 million in guaranteed prizes. 2 ways to win and no rate. CIRCA Survivor contestants select one team each week with no point spread. Last the longest to win it all with $10 million guaranteed. In CIRCA Million, make 5 picks against the spread each week for your share of $6 million guaranteed through quarterly and full season payouts. Enter in Nevada. Play from anywhere. Visit circasports.com for details.
It's time to huddle up and listen close. For 2024, we pay tribute to a true game changer in the world of snacks, the unrivaled, the unbeatable, the pork rind. Yes, it's crunch time, and we're not just talking about the last few nail-biting minutes of the game. We're talking about a snack so audaciously crunchy, it puts those pretentious chips and pretzels to shame. So here's to you, Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, for being more than just a crunch. Southern Recipe Pork Rinds. It's crunch time. Find your rind at H-E-B.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. And look at you, hands perfectly placed on the wheel. Not like the driver to the right of you who's really going after that drum solo. Save with DriveWise and the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere. From dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke, an asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
If you're a man and you live in or around the San Antonio area, you need to listen to this message. Do you find yourself stressing about or even avoiding intimate moments? Do you find yourself thinking, is it going to work? Does your partner look at you and ask, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Do you get frustrated when things don't live up to their expectations? Men, you're not alone, and we have a solution. For over a decade, Mojo has delivered 100% guaranteed male performance results. Mojo truly works every single time. Guys, Mojo works when all other things fail, and its proprietary formula has helped thousands of men live their best lives again. Yeah! Mojo is 100% natural, blood pressure safe, diabetic friendly, and fast acting. And Mojo is now available in both spray and capsule formulas exclusively at Pure Line Nutrition. Call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today at 210-494-2210. That's Pure Line Nutrition, 210-494-2210.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash and smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes 100% of odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
I want to learn how to cook
but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "How's your French going?" you can say,
Babbel facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue.
Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
South Texas home for the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Saturday afternoon at 3. After wrapping training camp at the Star in Frisco, the Cowboys take on the Los Angeles Chargers at Jerry World in Arlington for their final preseason game. Pre-game starts at 2 p.m. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 FM. San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Cowboys added to the defensive trenches, signing defensive tackle Linval Joseph to a one-year deal. It's worth up to $4 million. $2.5 of that, though, is guaranteed. Texans tight end Dalton Keene. He suffered a torn ACL on Saturday in the game against the Giants. He's going to miss the entire season. And how about those Bernie Little Leaguers? Yeah, they're going to win this thing, I bet you. They play on Saturday. They'll face the winner of Mountain and Southeast.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time. San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix at CIRCA Las Vegas for their ultimate contest weekend.
Viva Las Vegas.
Don't do that again. CIRCA Million and CIRCA Survivor. What I find interesting, I'm going to do the CIRCA Million.
Yeah.
Right now, 2,515 people have entered as I look at the scoreboard.
Yes.
In their survivor pool, 5,744 have entered.
You know, that survivor thing is so tough.
And tempting.
Well, it is tempting, but you could be out the first week.
You could.
You know, you pay your money, you could be out the first week. Those are tough. I've played in those. I think ESPN has one on their website that they do, and it's harder than you think. You got to pick a team each week, and you can't pick the same team twice. And they have to win.
Yeah.
No spread, just win. And it gets tough. But just think about this. Of those people that are entered right now, the pot is over $4 million.
Yep.
That is crazy.
Now, the CIRCA Million, you pick 5 NFL teams against the spread each week. And so you look at the slate of games, you pick whatever 5 you are comfortable picking, which I like that idea. And, you know, over $6 million in prizes, $1 million to the top prize guaranteed. So I think my odds of winning money are better at CIRCA Million than CIRCA Survivor.
Well, it's a 5-0 league basically, but you don't win each week, and they tallied up, and it's a lot of fun. It was at that one, Jason, I think, who they were telling us 4 players split $9 million last year in that thing. So think about that.
Yeah.
That's the kind of money that is up for grabs here at CIRCA Las Vegas.
Well, they got one of those big old fancy checks over there.
Yeah.
For $16 million because that's the total guaranteed prize amount. Now, more people enter, that prize could go up, but their guarantee between the two is $16 million. And that big old check says your name here. I could put my name on that.
I was thinking that. I got a pen.
I know.
I could go write my name right in there.
They gave us a pen.
You think if we sign our name on that and just pick that check up and take it down to the cashier, they'd honor that?
No.
Oh. It'd be worth a try. We might get arrested, actually, if we did that.
I think for you to have the stones to do something like that, you would have to go over there and do about 9 shots in the next 2 minutes.
Well, I think our buddy from San Antonio's had about 9. Maybe he'll do it.
Well, and we we've already apparently gotten a dude in trouble.
Apparently, yeah.
Now, apparently his wife is listening to the show, and just based on our description, knew who we were talking about. And apparently he told his wife he was going to see a buddy in Utah. Utah.
Can't get in any trouble in Utah. That every now and then you gotta slip away. You know, it keeps things interesting at home.
I mean, now guys, if you are in Las Vegas and your wife doesn't know, when you go to a radio show that's from your hometown that you listen to, that apparently you know your wife listens to, maybe you say to the guys, hey, don't talk about me.
Yeah.
Don't describe me.
Exactly.
You know, he wanted pictures. Maybe you don't take those pictures because the Blitz ain't live in Utah for nothing, right? At least not yet. I mean, not that I'm against it, but you can't tell your wife that you're going to Utah and go to Vegas, take pictures, post pictures, have us talk about you, buy the description because he's a Cardinal fan wearing a Dolphins t-shirt. She knows her dude. And drink tequila.
Well, he didn't want to get in that picture, if you remember. He was like, nah, and his buddy forced him to get in there.
That's the story. I didn't recall that he didn't want to be in the picture.
That's the story, not to mention the fact that you called him by name. So, I mean, it's not like there was...
Well, his name is Ted. You know, how many Teds are out there?
Well,
or was he Jeff? He's either Ted or Jeff, one of the two.
That wasn't Jeff. I'm pretty sure it was Ted.
Well, the other one is
wasn't
Jeff.
It Ted and Don's Great Adventures, or what was the other guy?
Bill.
It was Ted and Bill's Las Vegas adventure.
Jeff, whatever. Who knows? Let's do the headline blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
One of your greatest fears, and I don't care who you are, you have thought about this, and this is a fear. All of us, man, woman, everybody has this fear, and it happened. Headline on Barstool: man sits down on toilet, 12-foot python latches onto his nuts, blood everywhere. It happened to you. Of course you're going to click on that. The photos are more disturbing than the headline sounds like it would be.
I think I got rid of that thing and because it scared the crap out of me when Pledge sent it earlier. And I can't believe Pledge did that, actually, because he knows the fear that I have and that you have and everybody else has of this thing. But it's a horrible picture, and I must have deleted it.
Well, I've got it up on my screen.
All right. Well,
in the original tweet in Thailand, this happened in Thailand. Of course, it happened in Thailand. A man was bitten on the testicles by a snake that had entered his toilet due to the rainy season.
The rainy season?
Well, I mean, I don't know. While using the toilet, he felt the snake bite him and immediately got up and yanked the snake off of his body.
Did the nuts come with it?
There's photos of a used toilet, if you will, because he was sitting.
Wow.
And then pulling a snake out. I did not click on the video. Just the still photo was enough. I don't want to watch the video.
Wait a minute. There's video of this guy doing that?
Well, there's video of them yanking the snake out.
Oh, the snake out, but it's already off the man.
It's off the man. But you can see blood on the toilet seat.
Holy cow. Dude, I'm
right,
telling
let's watch
you.
the video.
We'll
all watch the video
together.
together.
Is a nightmare. All right? That is a nightmare. It just is. And
here, Joe, watch that video.
Dude, I don't want to watch that video.
Oh, my. Oh.
Every time I sit down, now I look. And the problem is you do that and then you can't see anymore. Somebody needs to make a toilet cam.
Nobody needs a toilet cam.
Toilet cam.
No, nobody needs a toilet
just to
cam.
protect you from a python that is after your jewels.
Well, and again, I mean, you might look and before you sit and everything's clear, but then all of a sudden it gets really dark for the snake that's hiding in the pipe, and he wants to come find out what's going on. You know, he's laying in wait. He's looking for dinner.
So do you think?
I do not
think
recommend watching this video.
So does he think those two things dangling was a meal?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, maybe in some countries it is. Whoa. Hey. They do have turkey fries. Maybe the python wanted a delicacy.
Yeah.
I was looking for the noodles.
Yeah.
He wasn't looking for noodles.
That was the dumplings.
Looking for the meatballs.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a nightmare.
That actually did happen.
Woo.
So
that's terrible.
You know, as Texas and Texas A&M get set to renew their rivalry, there was a press conference earlier today down in Houston involving both schools. And they didn't say what the press conference was about. So a lot of speculation immediately went to, are they going to make this a neutral site game? And obviously, Texas Athletic Director Chris Del Conte caught wind of the rumor mill about the press conference.
Secondly, I think I had the dutiful knowledge to tell you that it is going to be a neutral site game. We're going to move the game to Dallas one year. The next year we are going to move to, just joking. How ridiculous is that? To see coach, holy cow, we're not doing that. Everyone just puckered up just a little bit.
Yeah, they did. Because, I mean, in today's world of how much money do you have and we'll take it, it wouldn't surprise me if it ultimately went to that. The press conference was there's obviously going to be a title sponsor to this game. Cool, that's fine. But the idea, as soon as they called that press conference and the fact that it was in Houston, people immediately went going, oh, crap. They're going to make this a neutral site game. No, this year will be in College Station. Next year will be in Austin, and it needs to remain on campus. And quite honestly, both UT and A&M have bigger stadiums than what they have in Dallas and in Houston. But money talks. It's always about the money.
It does, but that's one rivalry I don't want to see go away from home and home. I mean, you know, the Texas OU game obviously is always played at the State Fair. I get that, and the Cotton Bowl. But the Texas A&M, and those teams, fans deserve to every other year have that thing at their own house. So I'm happy with Del Conte having a little sense of humor there. That's nice. But, yeah, they need to keep that at home.
Yeah. No, and they will. And I appreciate the sense of humor. He almost got through that whole thing with a straight face.
Yeah, he did.
But he's right. A lot of people were puckering.
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me.
He was about to get fired. Are you kidding me?
Well, and you talk about all about the money. Another interesting story coming out of the University of Colorado and about the money. Now, there's a guy, and it says he resigned, and in his resignation letter kind of complained about what he thought his job actually was. But one of the things this guy says is that he went to Saudi Arabia trying to get NIL funding with one of those Saudi investment groups. Sports Illustrated has the article, and the former Colorado special teams coordinator, a guy named Trevor Riley, was trying to get money for their NIL, and Colorado hasn't responded. I don't know if it's against the rules to get money from those.
It is.
It is. Okay.
It is.
But apparently he did it on his own. But he said he resigned August 1st. And in a letter to athletic director Rick George and the head coach Deion Sanders in the resignation letter, he says that he took a trip to the Middle East trying to get money, and he did it on his own. He said in the letter, quote, "You paid me $90,000 a year and let me handle special teams. I did all this work in your name and was told to pursue it. It burned through all my contacts in the Mormon community, which is worth about $3 trillion. Now I can't get these people to answer my calls because I just found out today that none of my endeavors will happen." He did NIL work at Jackson with Deion, and they brought him over, gave him a title and a salary of $90,000. But basically, dude, you've got all these contacts. Go get money for Colorado like you were doing at Jackson.
Look, this scares me almost as much as the python coming out of the toilet. And I say that in jest, but look, the Saudi money is coming. It's coming. Right now, it is illegal to do this, but it's coming. And this is what worries me about college football right now, with the players that are demanding the money that they're demanding, and these schools aren't having enough of it, and they all want to be good. It's all about winning. You want to get the best players. You're going to go out and find money wherever you can find it. And look, this came out, but if that money would have somehow flowed in under the guise of, I don't know, Uncle Joe's car dealership, you wouldn't have known the difference. But then you get the Saudi money into the system, and it's going to happen. They've got so much of it. The Live Golf Tour is a perfect example of that. So they've already kind of invaded one major sport in the United States, and I tell you what, they're coming for the rest. And if you don't think so, you better pull your head out of the sand.
Yeah, because they are coming. They certainly have the money, and they want to be a part of everything that is big. That is for sure. We're doing something big this weekend as we're live here at CIRCA Las Vegas for their Ultimate Contest weekend. We'll talk some Cowboys coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Now, you think about watching a game here at CIRCA in their sports book. The only place comparable in San Antonio is the Roo Pub there at 281 in Redland Road, with those three massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. How many show up at the Roo Pub? Show up hungry. The food, fantastic. They got the biggest and best wings in town, about 15 different burgers on the menu, great salads, great appetizers, and that kitchen is open late till 2 a.m. every day with the full menu available. Whether it's college football this weekend, the big fight coming up Saturday night, get in and watch at the Roo Pub. They are open and have happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6, so great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant, the Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
94.1. Testosterone plays a significant role in regulating fat metabolism and distribution in the body. It also helps to reduce serious health risks down the line. I'm Manny with Rock's Discount Vitamins, and we carry the highest quality natural testosterone boosters on the market. It immediately provides you with more energy, increased libido, increased metabolism, and improves your mood. With 11 San Antonio area locations, find us at rocksdiscountvitamins.com. That's rocksdiscountvitamins.com. We thank God and you for all the support.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture with daily use.
O'Reilly. Did you know 1 in 4 car batteries is weak and needs to be replaced? O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free in or out of your vehicle. We can help you find the best battery for your vehicle and budget. O'Reilly Auto Parts has batteries starting at just $79.99. Get your battery tested for free today at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture with daily use.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
They say to make yourself indispensable at work. So I developed a digital catering solution that only I can operate. Okay, it's actually easy catering.
EasyCater.com.
David!
They love me because I, the director of catering logistics, not a real job, use EasyCater to get catering from all our favorite restaurants. Tight budget? No problem. Need vegetarian options? Gluten-free? Check and check.
D-Man, you crushed lunch today.
It was easy. EasyCater.
EasyCater is your all-in-one tech platform for ordering food for work. Start your order at EasyCater.com.
This is the famous footwear that makes us actually want to go back to school. With the newest styles from all your favorite brands like Nike, Adidas, Crocs, Converse, New Balance, Birkenstock, and more. You'll find everything kids want, all at prices parents can appreciate. Because you don't have to overspend to make it famous. Famous Footwear even has fit experts in store to make sure you get the right size every time. So for the perfect fit, make it famous. Plus, right now, buy one, get one half off when you shop your local Famous Footwear or famous.com. Some exclusions apply.
South Texas home for the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Saturday afternoon at 3. After wrapping training camp at the Star in Frisco, the Cowboys take on the Los Angeles Chargers at Jerry World in Arlington for their final preseason game. Pre-game starts at 2 p.m. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. We are in Las Vegas at CIRCA Las Vegas for their ultimate contest weekend. You know, we spent a lot of time out west this month.
We really have.
You know, started the month out in Oxnard, California at Cowboys training camp. And today, they're going to have their final walkthrough out there in Oxnard, and they're on a plane and go to play the Chargers in the preseason finale, a game you can listen to Saturday afternoon here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota. 31 days out there in Oxnard. Feels like
that's a long time.
It is a long time.
You know, we have to check, Jason, and I mean this in all sincerity, and I'm not sure who's televising that game. We got to make sure they're going to have that here somewhere on all the massive screens that they have here at CIRCA.
I would imagine they're going to have it here, and it's the Cowboys, but yeah, I would imagine they're going to have that. We'll ask somebody.
We'll ask.
We'll ask. All I know is you look at 31 days in Oxnard. Micah Parsons says he is ready to get home.
I mean, I'm ready to go home. I've been ready to go home. I mean, that ain't changed nothing. But, I just, like I said, it's the last really competitive day. Right. And for a lot of guys, that's probably my last time competing with a couple of those guys. So, I think that took a big part of it, just all of us being together.
Now, I wish he would have told us who those guys are. Kind of give us a clue into who's about to be cut, because he clearly knows.
Well,
I mean, why else would he say that?
Well, I mean, he might not know specifically, but not everybody that you're in camp with right now is going to make the team.
Yeah.
You go from there. But what I do find interesting about Micah Parsons and where he is at right now, and a little bit different this year, at least the week we were in Oxnard, although it kind of seems like what we saw has been consistent throughout camp. He's doing podium work, but he's not doing a bunch of other side interviews. Obviously, yesterday he talked to the media, but when we were out there, we did see him being more of a teacher. And through all the years of going to camp, you see veteran guys working with young players after practice or off to the side when they're not in action at the moment, whether it's footwork, hand placement, all those kind of things. And we saw that. And he talked about it yesterday about having more of a leadership role within this organization.
Honestly, bro, it was a deep conversation we had last year right before playoffs, and guys was just like, you got to bring us along with you. You can't be on this journey alone. And if you're Mr. All Pro, and it was a reality check for me. And I kind of went to my mentors this offseason. I was like, man, how do I approach this? How do I get better at this? Because this is a task that I never had to take on in my life. I think my whole life I was kind of pretty much like, Mike is going to do what Mike has got to do, and I just expected, everyone else to do that. But as you kind of learn in leadership is some people do need a pat on the back, and some people do need a push up to say, hey, we need a little bit more out of you. That because everyone's not built the same, and everyone doesn't have the same mindset. So I think it was a harsh reality and a reality check for me within myself. And my self-evaluation was, man, I got to do the best as I can to make myself better, but not only bring along other guys. And, and I feel like I needed that. And I'm glad I had that conversation early on because, you kind of want to strike while the pot's hot.
Could it be that our young Micah Parsons is growing up?
Yes.
Right before our eyes.
Yes.
I mean, it honestly sounded like a very mature young man who realizes that, even if you don't want responsibility of being a leader, the fact that you play the way you do makes you a leader. And people are going to look to you and turn to you, and he's realizing that, and hopefully that's the case. And, of course, we'll find out on his podcast during the season and what he says. But that statement there might have been one of the best things I've heard Micah Parsons say since he got to the Dallas Cowboys.
And what he said is he's talked to his mentors.
Yeah.
So who did he actually talk to about how to become a better leader?
Andrew Whitworth. I actually talked to Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman, he kind of gave me a long lecture while he was at the Super Bowl. And he was like, man, I can't believe you guys lost that. And honestly, it was while we were at Super Bowl, all the OGs were there, man. Like, they all come back for like all the fans and all the, you guys are there too. So you guys know. And I think it was a bunch of the legends was there, and it was in Delilah's, and we was just having a long 2-hour conversation just about, man, how you need to approach things and how I felt and how I was like, so, I was like so distraught about it. Like, I just couldn't believe it. And, obviously I still got Whit, and, I still got Ray Lewis. He was a great mentor when I was talking to him out over at Pro Bowl, and just getting that feeling and understanding of what it takes to lead, because, I think it's different. Because, I think growing up, I seen Ray Lewis be successful. I seen Richard Sherman be successful. I seen Big Whit do it in his last year. That was my rookie year. And understanding kind of the recent. And then, obviously, I got Brady. Brady was a great mentor. I got to talk to Brady 4 or 5 times in person over this offseason. And, I'm trying to find every characteristic from them winning teams. I'm trying to find what were y'all doing in practice that was clicking for y'all. And Brady told me he had days like this. Brady had tough days. He said, we didn't have it easy. And I think that's the thing with all of this, man. You got to find characteristics in these winning teams. How can I bring this over my team? All these teams are different, but they all have similarities. And I think when you guys ask me, man, why you watch these throwbacks? Why you watch these? You're a fan of these greatness, because they all got similar characteristics. That's why I'm so drawn to MJ and the Derek Jeters and the Michael Strahans, because they have so much greatness. They got characteristic or something I can pull from them that I could bring here.
Yeah, all of those guys that he mentioned, every single one of them I'd be on a list to talk to about leadership and how to act, how to behave, and how to do it when it comes to professional sports. So props to him when it comes to that. I mean, and I listening to him, and I don't know if you hear it the same way. He just seems like a different cat. I mean, he does. He seems like a different guy right now.
And that's good. That's good.
I agree.
That's good for the Cowboys. That's obviously great for Micah Parsons. He is still going to do his podcast, and I know that pisses off some of you, including Joe. But Micah says that podcast is not a distraction.
I mean, I don't think no one really cares about what I'm doing on Monday afternoon when I'm at home with my kids. So why would they care if I'm on Xbox, or I'm on I think we all get our own free time. When y'all away from here, are y'all thinking about me at home? I would hope not.
Yeah, because you're tweeting and so we have to think we gotta follow you and stuff like that.
No, you should follow me. I know
at home, at the bar, and I gotta watch.
Yeah, but I know. But at Tuesday afternoon, I'm at home with my kids. I know you probably not think. I wonder if Mike is doing a podcast. It's 3 o'clock. I wonder what he's gonna say. I would hope not. I hope y'all like that.
It's after it's posted, then I got to worry about it.
Yeah, I just thought okay.
Oh, you don't say nothing controversial, then we're good.
Yeah, I try not to say controversial, but everyone always is gonna be drawn to something. They're gonna try to take one word or one phrase.
Body language, like on the draft.
Yeah, they're gonna take one thing and just be, oh, Mike has said this. He feels. I mean, we all have opinions. We ain't going to agree to what everyone says. I mean, that's life.
Look, I don't care if he has a podcast. And no, I don't think about him when he's at home on a Tuesday afternoon, unless, like Clarence Hill said in the background, unless you're tweeting about it. What I don't like about his podcast, he throws his teammates under the bus.
And he has never done anything wrong.
Right.
But the leadership, the stuff that he talked about, and I'm guessing all of those guys that you heard him mention, all those legends, probably talked to him, I would hope, not only about leadership, but about accountability for yourself and what you're saying. Because and I appreciate you could hear Calvin Watkins from the Dallas Morning News and Clarence Hill from the Fort Worth Star-Telegram kind of, dude, I mean, your podcast is what it is because of what you say and how you say, body language, all of that.
Yes.
But you listen to it, he never says, yeah, I messed up on something. It was that guy, and that guy. And that's the problem.
That's exactly right. And again, you're throwing your teammates directly under the bus, and you can't do that. And part of being a leader is keeping that stuff in house. If you got a problem with somebody and how they played, you pull them aside in the locker room and you talk to them. You don't air it out, all the dirty laundry for everybody to see. That's what irritates me. Micah Parsons can do a podcast every day of the week if he wants to, but that bothers me when he's throwing his teammates under the bus. And obviously there are some teammates, a couple of them have spoken out. It bothers them too.
Absolutely, it does. Now, the other part of his podcast, the part that I like is, from his perspective, when he's talking about other games, other teams, stuff that's going on, issues, he does create content because it is good stuff, except for nothing is ever his fault. And maybe that will be different this year. And whether Micah sought out those guys to learn or and said, look, you've got a chance to be one of the GOATs, but this will make your overall game better. Whether they sought him out, he sought him out, if he was encouraged by somebody within the Cowboys organization, go talk to Tom Brady. Go talk to Richard Sherman. Go talk to, and I like that it was a variety of positions too, offense, defense, but guys that you knew were leaders in their locker room. That was great stuff.
It really was. And like I say, every one of those players that he mentioned, that he talked to about that, I would put them on a list of guys that you'd want to talk to. So hopefully he's different. Hopefully his podcast will be different. It can still be entertaining. It can still be what he thinks. But, you got teammates that you go to battle with every Sunday that you really don't want to be pissing off.
Very true. And again, never his fault. It doesn't work that way either.
No, it does not. I saw a lot of his fault in that Green Bay game.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. We didn't see a lot of Micah in that Green Bay game. Let's put it that way.
Well, and again, I mean, there are issues. And he's you look at this Cowboys defense and how good they can be, and he talked about that too. We'll get into that. Coming up is the Cowboys break camp in Oxnard, because that defense might be better than what a lot of people think, which ultimately could lead to more wins for the Dallas Cowboys. No.
Okay.
No, nobody.
Just ask.
Nobody's going to say that, but does Micah? We'll talk about that coming up. Where's that donkey sound effect? I don't have that here at CIRCA Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I missed the golden opportunity. There it is. It is the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Thursday afternoon. I know a lot of you have plans for the weekend. I'm guessing none of you plan on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast. Best way to do that, call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't want to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. If you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online, mybestbailbonds.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Happy Friday on the Morning Huddle. We've got college football. It's here. It's here.
Cowboys, get ready for the Chargers. We'll get you ready for all things football. Get here early. The party's at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards going to see your favorite team in the playoffs. Progressive cannot guarantee that you can go see your favorite team in the playoffs. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, but we cannot guarantee that your favorite team will make the playoffs or even finish with a winning record. They could easily lose more than half their games and finish in the cellar because they stink badly and haven't made the playoffs in years. Savings? Very possible. Playoffs? Highly doubtful. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates, not available in all states. We cannot be held liable for your favorite team's terrible and frankly embarrassing performances now or ever.
After you use Bounce Dryer Sheets and realize how fresh, soft, less wrinkled, and less staticky your laundry can be, you'll every time. Like those socks that smell like they've been through a marathon. Or that blanket that's got wrinkles on its wrinkles. Maybe even your chatty coworker who keeps distracting you. Okay, Bounce Dryer Sheets can't do it all. But for fresher, softer, better laundry, put a sheet on it with Bounce.
My wife and I always loved doing everything together. Jiu-jitsu, kayaking, and intimacy was always on point. It was around my early 30s when I noticed a downward trend. Watching a lot of TV, putting on weight, and just full of self-doubt. I had tried another men's clinic with disappointing results. It's the personalized treatment I receive at Revive Men's Health that has been the complete game changer for me. I've got my energy and motivation back. I'm feeling stronger than I did in my 20s, and it made me a much better husband to my wife.
I'm Nicole Chrysler, healthcare provider at Revive Men's Health. If you are always feeling tired or moody, have a difficult time sleeping, or decreased libido, you may be suffering from low testosterone.
Book your free T-check and exam. Call Revive Men's Health San Antonio at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
If you're a man and you live in or around the San Antonio area, you need to listen to this message. Do you find yourself stressing about or even avoiding intimate moments? Do you find yourself thinking, is it going to work? Does your partner look at you and ask, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Do you get frustrated when things don't live up to their expectations? Men, you're not alone, and we have a solution. For over a decade, Mojo has delivered 100% guaranteed male performance results. Mojo truly works every single time. Guys, Mojo works when all other things fail, and its proprietary formula has helped thousands of men live their best lives again. Yeah! Mojo is 100% natural, blood pressure safe, diabetic friendly, and fast acting. And Mojo is now available in both spray and capsule formulas exclusively at Pure Line Nutrition. Call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today at 210-494-2210. That's Pure Line Nutrition, 210-494-2210.
The biggest pro football contests in Vegas are back. Circa Survivor and Circa Million are now up to a record $16 million in guaranteed prizes. 2 ways to win and no rate. Circa Survivor contestants select one team each week with no point spread. Last the longest to win it all with $10 million guaranteed. In Circa Million, make 5 picks against the spread each week for your share of $6 million guaranteed through quarterly and full season payouts. Enter in Nevada. Play from anywhere. Visit circasports.com for details.
How about them Cowboys? Jim Beam bringing fans together across Cowboys country. We rise as one in Texas in handed down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam highballs on game day in Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024 James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
Check out the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix at CIRCA Las Vegas for their Ultimate Contest weekend. We'll be here, obviously, today, tomorrow. Then we're staying through the weekend, having a great time. I know if you are one that is in Vegas. We're on the third floor, the conference room floor, convention center room floor type deal here at CIRCA, and open to the public. So if you're here, come on by. But when you come in here, we're in this big, convention center type space, lots of radio stations that are here.
Yes.
And everybody knows what convention centers are like, and big long hallways and big rooms and this, that, and the other, and the bathrooms. Now, fortunately, the bathroom isn't that far away. Yet the bathroom is still very confusing to one Joe Reinagel.
Well, it's kind of a maze in there, isn't it? By the way,
a maze in there. No,
it's by the way, it may be the best bathroom I've ever been in.
It's a nice bathroom. It's
really cool.
Yes.
So
Buc-ee's could learn something.
They really could. So, but when you go in there, and if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to show you this picture.
Go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel.
Please do. And so this is what you see. All right, I'm going to put this up there. Now, that tells you which way to go. Now, would you have a hard time knowing which way to go?
No.
You wouldn't?
No.
If you saw that?
No.
I'm going to put it just to be. I'm curious because I saw that the first time, and I'm going.
Will somebody out there agree and say, "Yeah, Joe, I wouldn't have known which way to go"?
Well, I'm just saying it. I've never seen anything like that before, and it's just kind of like two Christmas trees, right? It's a Christmas tree, and then I don't know what the other guy is over there. I'm assuming, though, now that I figured it out, that's a dress.
Yes.
And the other guy's just
no dress.
No dress.
Yes.
So I just was curious if anybody else, feels the same way.
So he comes back to the table and said, "Do you have any problems going to the bathroom?" I'm like, that's kind of a weird question. No, did you know which one to go in? Yeah. It's pretty easy.
Well, not really, but then when you get in there.
I glanced. I didn't take a second thought. It wasn't one of those. When you walk in, there's like 8,000 sinks, and you got to go all the way to the end of the sink sales guy here, man. They
oh, dude.
Yeah, that
and
guy
the
made
mirror
a fortune,
guy too,
yeah.
Right?
And all with lights.
All with lights.
Which, again, maybe that's what you were thinking. Is this more of a ladies' room? Because you do got to walk by all of them before you ever see a urinal. And really, the first thing you do see are the stalls. And then you got to go around the corner to see the urinal. So I could see you're pretty committed if you're in the wrong spot. So I can understand your confusion, maybe to a degree.
Well, of course you can.
Not really. I'm just trying to make you feel better because all I was thinking was, man, they got the urinals really far away in here. I mean, you get into the door and you're thinking, oh man, I still got a long walk. But I'm not walking into the ladies' room.
Okay, so just in my defense. This was, I don't know, the third time I've been in there since the show started, I guess, or since we've been over here. So I just
we've been here for hours.
The second time, when I came out of there, I looked as I'm coming. I washed my hands, and I look to my left, and there's a wall. So I know then you got to go to the right to get out.
Yeah.
Well, some dude was in there. He said I did the same thing.
Well, it does look like. Yeah, when you're standing at the urinal there, and again, it's long and it's like a mirage because it looks like you could, exit to your left and there should be a break there that you could get out, but you can't. You got to come back the other way.
It's a maze. It's like one of those glass carnival things. You go in there and try to find your way out.
Like a corn maze. You're trying to, right. Where's Reinagel? He's lost in the men's room.
Lost in there.
I hope it's the men's room because he might be in the ladies' room because the guy can't tell the difference on stick figures, one wearing a dress, one not.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you just don't know.
The dress.
What happened to just men, women?
Dude.
What happened to those days?
When Derek Stevens, who owns this place, is on, you can ask him.
I will ask him.
And also, I mean, although it's not 100%, normally men go to left, women to the right in a lot of places. Now, in Kansas City at their airport, their new bathroom. Now, that's some confusing stuff because, big sign says restroom. And again, you're walking in and, there's left and right. But when we went on our last trip, we had our connection was in Kansas City. You walk towards the restroom, you're going in, and there were ladies coming from both sides. So I was like, oh, crap, I'm in the wrong spot. But then there are guys coming out of both sides, too, because it was a gender everybody uses.
Neutral, I guess, right?
Whatever the terminology is. That one would have confused you.
Well,
because,
yeah.
You could be in your stall. There were no urinals. Everybody had a stall. So you could be sitting in a stall with ladies on both sides of you, which is very, very, very odd.
I hope it's soundproof.
Well,
holy cow. Can you imagine it? You're in a hurry, you go in there and there are two ladies on either side? Holy cow.
Well, what if you find out it was a lady doing that on the other side of you while you're standing there?
Exactly.
I mean,
you're going to walk out at the same time and say, man, I thought that was a lumberjack in there doing all that noise.
Now, my daughter Erica, who is working with us this weekend. Now, Erica, you might have to explain this a little bit. She said you can tell it's men's because it's a big chest and little calves. So
wait a minute.
Clearly,
you said that, Erica?
Clearly, she has spent way too much time studying what was going on there, which makes me wonder if she was confused on which one to go into, but decided, no, I don't see calves anywhere. I have no idea what's going on, but it's clearly male, female. I don't think it's overly complicated.
Well, I think it is. And I'm just saying, they should have a sign above each one, ladies, men, just in case. But to Erica's point, I hear this all the time at the gym. Guys want their chest and their arms, all beefed up, and then they forget about their legs.
Well, I mean, I've seen your brother. That's accurate. Men are sensitive about their hairline and calves. I'm 50 years old, and I've never known I'm sensitive about my hairline and calves. The and calves part is the part that I don't know that I've ever given a damn about my calves.
Well, you got to have good calves. I mean, it's a normal thing.
I've got great calves.
Now, your hairline's fine. It's just that moon in the back that's struggling.
It is struggling. It's in honor of Manu Ginobili. It's his jersey on his arm. I'm just, solidarity, got a bald spot for him.
See, what I appreciate about you, Minix, is the fact that you don't give a damn. And I like it. I mean, what are you going to do about it, right?
There's nothing I can do about it.
Can you put that salt and pepper stuff on there? That's you seen that late night TV where the guy's dumping that pepper on the head and it's like supposed to be fake hair?
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Years and years and years ago, I'm trying to think. In the 16 years I've been doing this show, it was probably after Chris. So I don't know, somewhere, I don't know, maybe 2012, 13, something like that. There was one of those endorsement opportunities. they can do hair growth. And I'm like, no.
Not going to do it.
I'm not doing that. Not going to do that.
Well, I appreciate the fact that, you just don't give a damn.
I did a vasectomy live on the air. I'm not going to try to grow my hair.
Hey, we're all hookers in this business.
We are.
I mean,
we are.
Face it, right? I mean,
no. I mean, that's it. And again, if you've done it successfully, good for you. I just you could tell. You could just look at people and be like, you got to stop that. I have a friend that he was going gray, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, what is that whatever you wash in your hair, and now it's all of a sudden jet black.
I don't know what that's called.
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
That's not the hair club for men, is it?
No, that's different. But where you basically are just dyeing your hair to shades of black that it's never been.
Okay.
All of a sudden it looks like motor oil. Something along those lines.
Yeah, I hate to admit this, and I can, rest in peace, Dad. But my dad he was one of those guys, right? He wouldn't do the hair club thing, but he would go get his hair dyed. He didn't want gray hair. He used to tell my oldest daughter, Julie. My dad was a pharmaceutical salesman, among other things. But he would your
dad was a drug rep and a bookie.
Exactly. So when he would take Julie the first time, and she was young, he told her, "Now, don't call me Grandpa. I'm Uncle Joe." So for years, they called him Uncle Joe.
So vanity and being vain just runs in the family.
I
mean, you come by it, honestly.
I do. It was handed down very nicely.
It was handed down. It's weird because my brother basically is gray, and so he just shaves his head. He looks like a happy Buddha, except he's unhappy. But I mean, he used to accuse me of dyeing my hair, and I'm like, dude, I've never dyed my hair. When it's time to go gray, we'll go gray. And I think about my dad had dark hair until, I don't know, he was like 70, and we see him every couple of months, and he looked fine, and the next time I saw him, all his hair was gray, like that. It was like, dude, you turned into an old man like that.
I've been very fortunate. No gray yet.
No gray.
No gray. Not on the top. But if I were to grow like a beard, it'd be all gray.
Isn't that amazing?
It's crazy. And then the little chest hair that I have, it's turning gray as hell. You'll see it later, Minix, at the pool.
Well, that sounded gross and kinky. I'm glad you said at the pool.
At the pool.
I've seen you at a pool before. I don't know that you have enough chest hair to notice that it turned gray.
Well,
I mean, you can count all of your chest hairs on one hand.
Kind of proud of it.
Yes.
It's a little patch.
Yeah. Very little. And we're talking about chest hairs.
Yes. We are. I just found the bathroom fascinating, and honestly, because the whole Christmas tree and the stick guy. I mean, I
don't know how you get Christmas tree out of it. I mean, the lady
that's
looks
a Christmas tree.
It looks a little ballerina-like, right? Clearly a dress.
That's not clearly a dress.
Well, it's clearly a dress. It's a lady on a pole. I mean,
a lady on a pole.
Well,
it's a stripper.
Well, I mean, a female one at that. The top one clearly looks like that would be the guy's.
Boy, I guess. I mean, it was a little confusing. I got it figured out now. Now you can't unsee it. It's like, all right.
Now you can't unsee it.
You go and I get it. But I mean, just,
you need things simple.
Who thought that was a good idea?
Well, the designer did.
I get it. I mean, we've got to be modern.
This is a schwanky place.
It is a
swanky sign
place.
That looks like you're at McDonald's.
Well, do you want a Christmas tree? Is that the universal symbol now for a ladies' restroom?
Well, I don't know that I would ever come up with this looks like a Christmas tree.
It's a Christmas tree.
It does not look at all like a Christmas tree, not even a Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Well, no. Then you really wouldn't know what the hell it was.
I mean, it'd be limp. I mean, you'd go in the wrong room.
That'd even be better for the guy.
Really?
Yeah, well, sure.
No.
At least you'd know.
No.
I don't know. It was confusing for a minute. And then it's like I say, it's a maze once you get in there. But until you get out of there, it's like, geez.
Did you make it in time?
I did.
Okay.
I did. Well, now I know. I mean, you go once, it's like, okay, you figured this out. But the first time, it was a chore. It was difficult.
But it was your seventh time that you came back going, have you noticed the bathroom where you waited till I finally went to see if I had any issues because you were embarrassed to bring it up the first time.
I told you. I said, good luck, Minix. Well, and you look back at me and you go, what the hell?
Well, I thought it was because I had a mile walk in front of me.
No, it's right there.
And more importantly, how many slot machines was I going to pass? I thought, well, that's what you meant by good luck.
Nope.
Not.
It's a maze.
Like, is everything going to work okay? Like good luck. No, I did not realize your good luck was good luck figuring it out. That was not an issue. I was thinking either the walk was far or there might be a slot machine I stop at on the way and you've got 3 minutes.
Well, I'm used to working under those circumstances, but having said that, it's all good. Now I know, and I'm fine. I just wanted to know if it would have been a problem for anybody else.
Nobody else had a problem with that.
Well,
Erica, did you have a problem with that? No.
Well, Erica knows that the Christmas tree is a universal sign, obviously. She's young. They probably have these things in Phoenix where she lives.
Like men's and women's rooms?
Well, no, but with
signs?
Christmas trees and stick figures.
To young happening places where, you don't have to have it spelled out on the door.
They're all unisex, right? See, so she didn't have to worry about it.
Well,
I was just a little confused. That's all. I feel better now. Now that I've figured it all out.
I got to ask, did you go in the wrong one initially? You went right, didn't you? You went to the Christmas tree side.
No, I didn't.
You went to the Christmas tree side.
Actually,
you guessed wrong.
No.
Initially, you guessed wrong. You can admit it.
I was fortunate because somebody was ahead of me. But I'm looking at that going.
So if there wasn't a guy ahead of you or a lady, you would have just stood there the entire commercial break
going
and not ever peed because you couldn't figure out where you were supposed to go.
Which one?
I mean, at what point?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
At what point did you think, hell, I might just go up to my room?
Yeah, well, at least I know where the bathroom is and which one to go in.
Good Lord.
Holy cow.
Good Lord.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. It shouldn't.
Yeah, life shouldn't be this complicated. It's hard enough.
It's really not that complicated, man. It really isn't.
Well, not anymore. I'm fine.
You sure?
Yes.
All right.
We're going to talk some gambling coming up, aren't we?
We are. The sportsbook risk manager, Jamie Palega, is going to join us, who is also the guy that sets the lines, not only for football, but for slap fighting. And I asked James Pledger, send me a video of his slap fighting because he's going to rate and put a line on his technique. And James has yet to send the video.
Wow.
He says he can't find it.
Yeah.
That's
sure.
BS. That is total BS.
Right.
He just doesn't want to get embarrassed by a professional.
Slap fighting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Slappy, send that video, man. Text it to us so Jamie can judge you. It's the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. When you need an electrician, you know Hill Electric is available to you 24/7 for residential and commercial needs. I've used Hill Electric for a variety of projects at my house through the years. They do fantastic work and have for over 3 decades. The family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. So whatever your project is, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price. Never a service charge, always free estimates. So call Hill Electric, 210-404-9074, 404-9074, or hill-electric.com.
You're locked on the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
And Spine is excited to announce a partnership that is revolutionizing access to care for orthopedic patients. The HURT app provides free 24/7 access to orthopedic expertise. HURT is the app to have before you need it. Don't wait for an injury to happen. Download HURT now for free, fast virtual access to orthopedic specialists. The HURT app is available online in the App Store and Google Play. Learn more about the HURT app and the OrthoNow Injury Clinic at tsaog.com.
Hi, everybody. Scott Ennis here. For 25 years, I've been voicing lovable cartoon dogs like Scooby-Doo, Astro. Hey, I love puppies and dogs. And now I get to help pets that need a voice to save their lives. That's where the Puppy Food Bank comes in. The Puppy Food Bank helps pet rescue organizations so they can feed puppies. For just $11 a month, you can save a pet's life. Go to puppyfoodbank.org now and donate, and they'll send you a nice gift. Puppy Food Bank is proudly supported by Thomas J. Henry.
Did you know that My Advantage checking from Generations Federal Credit Union does more?
My Advantage checking from Generations Federal Credit Union pays you up to 2 days early, gives you identity protection, pays you shopping rewards, travel and dining discounts, cell phone protection, and more.
Get all the advantages of My Advantage checking from Generations Federal Credit Union. Open your account today.
Member eligibility requirements apply. For complete terms and conditions, visit mygenfcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
What if you could build a 6-figure retirement income with almost half the money saved? You heard that right. Get a discount on your retirement, creating a 6-figure income with 40% less than traditional 401ks and mutual funds. Hi, I'm Brett Kitchen, best-selling author, executive producer, and star in a brand new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Deception. In this film, we traveled over 20,000 miles interviewing real Americans who've retired successfully with a great lifestyle and peace of mind. They share their stories on how they get more retirement income with the same dollar saved, and the money's never at risk if the market crashes. That's right. If the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even the super wealthy are shifting money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 50 and want a bigger, better retirement with less money saved, call to talk to a specialist and get a free copy of this brand new movie at 800-486-9595. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you can get it completely free. I'll even cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. Call right now, 1-800-486-9595. That's 1-800-486-9595. Again, that's 1-800-486-9595.
It's football season, and you know the best place to watch games is at the Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road, with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. College, pro, the games are on at the Roo. And when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, the Roo Pub is next to the Angry Elephant at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
It was the clues these victims left behind that led police to their killers.
How I Caught My Killer. The true crime phenomenon returns.
We lifted that floorboard up. Lo and behold, a trench.
With 10 all-new episodes.
Because of the screenshots he left behind, he was a hero.
It's like she was calling out to us from the grave.
I couldn't believe it.
We were shocked.
I see this. He just recorded his own murder.
We got a serial killer off the street.
How I Caught My Killer. Now streaming only on Hulu.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
94.1 San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys added some defensive power, signing defensive tackle Linval Joseph to a 1-year deal. It's worth up to $4 million. $2.5 of that is guaranteed. How about those Bernie Little Leaguers? They're in the U.S. Little League World Series final on Saturday at 2:30. They'll face the winner between Mountain and Southeast. They play tonight at 6 o'clock, both of whom Bernie has already beaten.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Maybe you're watching online. Subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix, live at CIRCA Las Vegas. The ultimate contest weekend is here. CIRCA Million, CIRCA Survivor. I'm doing CIRCA Million. I'm getting into that one. Absolutely. Picking 5 games against the spread. It's easy,
Piece
right?
of cake.
Easy.
Come on.
Well, it will be easier now because we've got I love the title, Sportsbook Risk Manager. Jamie Pileggi. I screwed that up, right?
No, that was perfect. Jamie Pileggi.
Pileggi. But what's your nickname?
Well, JP, something.
All right. We got. Well, let's see. Our producer's name is James Pledger.
Oh,
right.
Wow,
so
okay,
Pledge.
That's close.
Although we're giving him a new nickname, we'll get into in a minute, called Slappy, for good reason. Sportsbook Risk Manager.
Yep.
What a great title.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, so I'm in the back room and I just maintain risk pretty much. So it's like if you're, doing a stock exchange or whatever, you have to see the stock go up and down. If I take a large wager, I can't let it get buried on one side. So, if I respect the customer, and I want to win to that side, then yeah, I might not move it as much. But if I do respect them, then, I got to balance it out.
So you sit back there. If I come in and make a $50,000 bet on the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, right.
Which
he's going to say, hell yeah.
Which I would never do.
Yeah.
Then you might change that line immediately, or is there a figure that would make you change it?
Well, okay, so if you're making a first bet with us, we don't know anything about you.
Gotcha.
We're going to see, okay, what action do we have already on the game?
Okay.
If every quote unquote sharp that we value their opinions on the other side, we might not move that much. But if you're on the right side, then, or if it's kind of balanced action, we're going to respect your money. We're going to move it.
Okay.
So we do see like a line opens at whatever, 3.5,
Right.
and depending on the action, it either goes up to 4.5, or down to 2.5. That's because where the action is coming in, and you're the one that's deciding that.
Right. Yeah. It's deciding whether if my job is by Sunday when kickoff, we need to be on the right side. So it doesn't always work out. The right side wins, but more times than not, if we're on the right side, we're going to win long term.
All right, Jamie, I have to ask you, how in the world do you get into a business like that? I mean, have you always been a gambler?
Yeah, don't tell my dad.
Okay.
Yeah. At a young age, I've always been fascinated with it. I grew up in Pittsburgh, and it's blue collar town that people like to bet and watch sports. So that's what I did with my buddies all my life. So came out here, started from the ground floor. I was writing tickets, learning the business on the front of the house. Became a supervisor. So still being overseeing people that are writing tickets, but more along the lines of, okay, if someone's betting a large wager, I got to make sure it's not a fraudulent type of transaction. They're trying to launder money or anything like that. Then I made my way in the back. Then I learned the process of booking games, creating odds, things like that.
Awesome.
How do you create the odds? What are some of the things that you look at? Because a lot of us will just sit there and look at a matchup and go, 3-7, whatever it might be. But you guys have such a formula. What all goes into actually setting the lines?
Okay, so you want me to stick with NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously NFL, it's a weekly thing. So they're not games every day. So why NFL market is the sharpest market in the world and so hard to beat. We open up Sunday night for the following week. We're in low limits. So let's say we're taking 5K aside. And we're moving aggressive off, limit bets, which, no one can bet more than 5K. By Sunday, throughout the week, we'll up the limit. So by Sunday, we're taking 100K, 200,000 on a side. Anyone can walk in the door and make that bet. Yeah, we'll take larger bets if, from high limit customers or whatnot, but not too many shops are taking 100K, 200K from anyone. It could be Billy Walters, who's the most famous gambler of all time. We'll take 100K, 200K from him. But that's why on Sunday we're so confident in our line, and it's so hard to beat. And it's NFL, like that's how the line evolves.
Well, I'm looking at the lines up here to my left. There's a big screen up here. It's got Week 1 NFL odds, and you've got the Cleveland Browns as a 2-point favorite over the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, we're the Cowboy station in San Antonio, so we concentrate a lot on them. But when I see that, and you see that CeeDee Lamb is still out, does that affect how you guys do the line?
So, obviously, quarterbacks are huge. Wide receivers, not so much. CeeDee Lamb, obviously top 5 wide receiver looked at in the league. So he might maybe adjust it, maybe a point. But yeah, they're question marks, they're kind of, the whole Jerry Jones comments back and forth. That doesn't help the line. A lot of people, Cleveland is kind of stable now. There's no really distraction off the field. So that's probably why, the Cleveland's kind of favored right now.
2 point, and I think that opened at 3.5, didn't it?
Yeah.
So is that telling you more money's coming in on Dallas?
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah. But I guess it's still, they're at home, so I don't know.
Now the over/under at 43. I'm curious when you're setting that, because the Cowboys defense should be good this year.
Right.
Obviously, Cleveland has a good defense, and if there's no CeeDee Lamb, 43 seems like you want to take the under there, doesn't it?
Well, still two kind of Cleveland defense. You're right. It's they're tough. Without CeeDee Lamb, but Cowboys, they can score points, I think, anyway. Then Deshaun Watson back for Cleveland, they can score points. 43, and plus it's week 1. We're just going right now, still far out. That number could move, 4 points by kickoff, so people aren't really betting week 1.
So in other words, Jamie, you got him right where you want him, right? Right where you want him. Take that under, Minix.
He's the risk manager for a reason here at the sports book. And you look at this and trying to figure out what is the best play. CIRCA million. I look at all these games. Can I pick any of these 5 games and get all 5 right in a week? That's the challenge, and it's hard to do that.
Challenge.
A lot of people could probably go 4-1. There's always that one game that will screw up your weekend, right?
It's that's why it's hard to predict. You can be on the right side, but you can still lose. And CIRCA, and I think the number, or whoever wins every year, is around 68%, which is you're running hot, you're running lucky. Yeah, you're doing your research, might be doing the perfect strategy, quote unquote, but you're still getting lucky along the line.
Absolutely. And you do a lot of futures.
Yeah.
Bets, right? And again, I'm just going back to the Cowboys. When I look at this, they're plus 1750. I'm assuming I'm reading that correct. Tell us what that means, because you've got a plus 1750, and then I see a minus 4050. What does that mean, Jamie?
So we're taking yes plus 1750 on them to win the Super Bowl. So you can bet the yes at plus 1750. So if you risk $100, you're getting back $1,750.
Okay.
We also offer the no. So you said it was minus 4,050.
4050, yeah.
So you have to risk that just to win $100. So I mean,
so the odds are saying they're not going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're saying. Yeah, as you get ready for this NFL season, and as much as you guys study everything, we're obviously the Cowboys San Antonio station. The Texans finally look like they're going to have a good run. They've got the right coach, the right quarterback, a great team. What's the Vegas opinion on the Houston Texans?
I mean, I think it's rising, honestly. CJ Stroud, I think he's a top 3 quarterback by the end of this year. I mean, and the way he communicates with the media too, he's smart. He seems, he did that podcast in the offseason with Micah Parsons, right?
Yeah.
That was I checked out a couple episodes, thought it was pretty good. I don't know. I think he has command of the locker room. I think people respect him for how young he is too. I mean, that team, I think, is on the rise.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. Houston is definitely on the rise. I'm going to check that out, too, because I love these future-type bets. And obviously, we're gamblers. We like to gamble, especially on sports, and we're hoping one day it will be legal in Texas. We're really hoping that. But when you go, and I know I don't know if you still gamble or not, and what you do, and it doesn't matter. But when you used to gamble, let's put it that way, what did you look for to find a good team to play that particular Sunday?
Well, you're definitely looking at the injury report. Weather is a big factor. I mean, that's obviously how they played the week before, or if they're a team that's trending in the right direction. Stability is important. So for instance, in the CIRCA Survivor, my number one role is for week 1. I'm not playing any team that has a rookie quarterback or a rookie coach. And then obviously, weather comes into factor too. Yeah. But week 1 usually, it's September, nowhere's cold yet really, but rain can be a factor. But that's kind of my number one role. I got to look at before the season starts. Okay, rookie. I'm staying away from rookie quarterbacks, staying away from rookie head coaches because you really just don't know. You don't know how college doesn't translate always to the pros. So.
Right.
So in other words, he's not taking Denver.
Denver.
Stay away from Denver, Washington, Chicago.
Right. In week 1. I mean,
in week one. In week 1. Jamie Pileggi, the sportsbook risk manager here at CIRCA Sports in Las Vegas. Not only are you the NFL guy here, slap fighting?
Yeah.
How is this a thing?
I have to be honest. I didn't really choose it. My boss at the time, this was a year and a half ago when it first started, the league itself. And so CIRCA is a sponsor of Power Slap. We have a good relationship with them and the UFC. We're able to show UFC here in the Stadium Swim, which is, if you haven't seen Stadium Swim, you got to come out.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
So they needed someone in the room to, obviously no one wants to do it at first, So I was still trying to build my reps and, be in good standing. So I volunteered to do it, and that's so now I'm the slap guy. I guess to your original question, that could be my nickname.
Slap. Slappy, right?
Yeah, slap. Well, see, we've got a slappy at our station.
Right.
Our producer James Pledger may be way ahead of his time and probably missed out on an opportunity because he's got a buddy, and they do these slap bets.
Right.
There's obviously heavy alcohol involved when this happens,
there has to be,
but when you get grown men slapping each other for fun.
Right.
You question it, but since you are the professional, I want you to watch this video and watch one James Pledger. And Pledge, if you want to pipe in and defend yourself, but we're going to get a professional critique of.
In Pledge, you're receiving this slap, correct?
Yeah, it's not slap fighting. It's just a slap bet. So
Same
And
thing.
so-
I'll clarify. I mean, a slap bet leads to slap fighting. It's part of it. But could he have a future as a professional slappy?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be stand upright. You got to have a better posture to receive that. I mean, you did take it like a champ. I'll give you that.
He took it like a champ.
So I want to see the video of you slapping him. Is there a video of that, or that didn't come out?
The last time the Texans beat the Chiefs, which is what I'd have to look for, is so far into the archives. I don't know if I can find it in enough time.
In other words, it must have been so bad he doesn't want to share it with you.
I mean, that's pretty telling.
So in other words, with what you saw there, put your money on the other guy.
I got to put the money on the other guy.
How in the world, seriously, slap fighting?
Right.
How do you determine a favorite and an underdog?
Well, okay, so it's very still elementary even to this point. I mean, there's only been a handful, and when I come out with the lines, it's not like, I mean, let's be honest, not too many people are betting on this, or even know what to even bet, or how to even look for any edges. I watched a lot of YouTube clips, listen to all these podcasts about it with them interviewing them. I watched. There's a road. It's called Power Slap Road to the Title, which is similar to the UFC reality show that they offer. Kind of, they're in a house. They're doing competitions with each other. So at first there was an edge. So they determined who goes first by a coin flip. So before this whole thing started, it's pretty obvious. It should be that whoever slaps first has a huge advantage. But as you know, there's been 8 power slaps so far. It's been right down the middle. So it's 50-50 with whoever wins. So it's even the person that slaps second even wins half the time. So I used to power slap 1, 2, and 3. I would, lean heavily to whoever was slapping first, because that should be, an advantage.
Sure.
But
but then you could just piss the other guy off, right?
Well, that's it. Now, is there a superstar slapper that we should that will soon be a household name?
He's called the Crazy Hawaiian.
Crazy
Hawaiian. And then so he's headlining the next main event, and he's going up against a guy that they're bringing over from Russia. Who
like Drago? It feels like something from Drago, right?
So this is how it originated. Like Dana White saw these videos from Russia, and he's like, I'm going to bring this over here and make it big, So he was the power I wasn't called power slap over there, but slap fighting champion over there. So now they're bringing him out. Now it's supposed to be a huge main event, super heavyweight.
If
that's awesome,
the Crazy Hawaiian were to slap James Pledger with what you saw in that video, would his head literally leave his body?
Yes.
Yes. Dude, I think you can speak for you and me too when it comes to. I don't get it. It's fascinating to watch though. It really is.
It's more social media sensation.
Yeah.
It's a quick highlight, and I guess the kids in the TikTok, they see it and they're it's a 10-second thing, and it's pretty.
Well, it's the guy that sets the line. Do they have to slap you around a little bit just so you understand what they're going for?
I think I'm off limits.
Okay.
Good for you. Yes, that's a great.
Jamie Pelleggi,
my goodness.
Appreciate you stopping by today.
Yeah.
The Sportsbook Risk Manager.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah,
I learned
absolutely.
something.
I did too.
And
I know how to
James
gamble now.
Pledger, yeah, well. I think he taught you well
to
get a bonus from the boss. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys.
More Cowboy talk coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 FM.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair?
What do you mean? Does it not look good?
It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret.
No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic.
Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
I was so tired of having thin and brittle hair. Ugh, and the shedding. So I figured I'd give hair volume a try. Needless to say, I'm thrilled with the results. Hey, where are you going?
I'm going to pick up some hair volume right now. My reunion's next month, and I want my hair to look as good as yours.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or your local Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Help your hair look full, voluminous, and beautiful again at newnordicusa.com, Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS.
Vanguard is 100% client-owned, serving over 50 million investors every day. Whether you're planning for retirement putting your kids through college, or saving up for your next adventure, Vanguard can help you set personalized investment goals. All investing is subject to risk. Vanguard is owned by its funds, which are owned by Vanguard's fund shareholder clients. Copyright 2024, the Vanguard Group, Inc., all rights reserved, Vanguard Marketing Corporation Distributor.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Have you or a family member been arrested? The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, can help regardless of the legal battle you are facing, personal injury or criminal defense. Attorney Jesse Hernandez and his team are ready to fight for you. Calls are answered 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's 210-807-8656 or jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson for Tri-County Meat Market, your locally owned full-service meat market. Tri-County has 2 great locations, Hebner Road and Ralph Fair, stocked full of everything you need to up your grilling game. You're looking for the perfect cut of beef, they've got it. And if they don't have it, they'll cut it for you. Roast chicken, prepare foods, they've got it. The 5 for $25 is always in play. If you're a first responder, 10% off the best meat you're going to find. Tri-County Meat Market. Head over to either location, put some good meat on the grill, and thank me later.
We're here to tell you about Listing Spark, a new way to sell your San Antonio area home. Listing Spark uses superior technology and customer service to sell your home faster at a fraction of the cost of an old school real estate brokerage. For a low flat fee, the Listing Spark team finds your perfect list price, takes high quality photos, delivers a yard sign and a showing lockbox, lists your property on the local MLS, markets it to all major real estate websites, handles buyer inquiries, and coordinates showings. You can view buyer offers through Listing Spark's portal, then accept, reject, or counteroffer with just a few clicks. You only pay a small $395 fee to get started, then only $2,600 only if your property sells. Save tens of thousands of dollars in commissions. Isn't this the way selling a house should be? Get started today by calling 800-MLS-LIST or go to listingspark.com. That's listingspark.com. Listing Spark. Sell your home the smart way.
Hey everybody, it's Joe Reinagle from the Blitz. I cannot tell you how happy I am with my brand new Connecticut quality water softener. Had it in my house now for about 2 weeks, and the difference it is making is just unbelievable. You know, Connecticut's been serving San Antonio for over 50 years. Their products are made in America. And you live in San Antonio in South Texas, a water softener, it's a must. And Connecticut is the absolute best, up to 80% more efficient than competing models. Simple design, fewer moving parts, and in fact, you don't plug it in. No plug-in at all. It does not run on electricity. It only works when you need it to work. And right now, if you've been thinking about a Connecticut quality water softener in your home, Connecticut is going to let you try one for 90 days, absolutely free with no contract. All you have to do is give them a call, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or ConnecticutSA.com.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix at CIRCA Las Vegas, where I just had the spiciest, holy cow, brisket fried rice.
Dude, I did too, man. It was pretty spicy, and I can usually handle that pretty good. But it's spicy as hell.
It is very, very spicy.
Very good, though.
Oh, it's fan. I love the brisket fried rice here. And either when I've ordered it, like make it not spicy, which my child should have known as she was reading the menu that my dad won't be able to. But I'm powering through partly because I'm starving.
Boy, those tread marks on you, Erica, are pretty bad. Dad just threw you right under the bus.
Well, I mean, when...
don't you have to leave?
Shots out of left field with no microphone, but what a great line.
Man, I think your mom's calling you.
Are you kidding?
The hell? Dude, Jamie Pileggi was fascinating.
That was interesting.
Dude was fascinating. If you missed it, if you're just joining us, we had, what's his title? Risk management?
Sportsbook risk manager.
Man. So his job is to not cost the casino and the sportsbook too much money.
Well, that's it. You know, and you realize, I mean, as much as we come out here and try to win and have won and all that, I mean, they're a business.
Absolutely.
You know? I mean, this big old building and that bathroom that you can't figure out is, you know, if they're losing too much money, and so it's his job to figure out what's best for the casino. Really not a popular guy. As much as I like the guy, he's probably one you shouldn't like.
Well, no, I don't like him at all. What he did say was that, and for all you so-called experts out there, and I'm including myself in this, the NFL is the hardest sport to win gambling.
Yes.
And that's what he said. And I find that, I mean, that's absolutely correct. Just because Vegas knows what it's doing first and foremost with the lines. And then it's just week to week, you just never know what's going to happen in an NFL game.
You have no idea. And again, when you look at, you know, picking 5 games against the spread, you know, how many games there are on a weekend, you pick the 5 you want. It's not even like they tell you what 5 and how difficult it is. The fact that, and I thought the number was fascinating, that he said last year's winner was at 68%.
Yeah.
That's really good. I thought
that's really good.
I thought that number would be somewhere maybe in the 40s.
That's really good. And it's just tough, but I like the tip. Yeah, I'm going to stay away from rookie quarterbacks and rookie head coaches.
Well, that's in the Survivor. That's a different league.
I'm talking about just betting week 1.
Yeah.
You stay away from them. Rookie quarterbacks and rookie head coaches.
Now, you look at like the Broncos against the Seahawks in the opener, and we already know Bo Nix is going to be the starter for Denver. Seattle is a 5-point favorite in that game at home. I think I would take Seattle on that one anyway.
Well, probably, because I don't think Denver's going to be that good. But I don't know how good Seattle's going to be.
But look at your Tennessee Titans open against the Chicago Bears in Chicago. The Bears, with their rookie quarterback, 4.5-point favorites.
Yes, and that makes sense. I get that. But he's not a rookie quarterback. It's his second year, by the way, Will Levis.
I'm talking about Caleb Williams.
Oh, Caleb Williams.
The number 1 overall pick.
I forgot
for the
about
Chicago Bears, who's on the team that is favored.
How could so you stay away from that game? You stay away from the Patriots-Bengals game. Has Drake May been named the starter?
I don't think that he has, but he will be based on what you've seen so far
you would think so.
In the preseason. Where's Washington on that list? They
playing the Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks at home, a 3-point favorite over the Commanders.
And I should have asked Jamie when he was on with us. The home team, I've always been told, is a 3-point favorite automatically. That home field advantage is a 3-point favorite, and then depending on how you bet, it goes from there and how they all figure it out. I still don't know how they do it, but they're damn good at it.
Well, they are good. I think it kind of starts there depending on the team, and then you kind of go from there. So, you know, interesting when you look at it and you start looking at these lines, and my goodness, the NFL can't get here fast enough because I can't wait to see some of these games actually being played. But you start thinking about these matchups, and you know, like the Texans opening on the road against Indianapolis. You know, the Colts had a joint practice the other day, and who they were playing against, they were just ripping Anthony Richards. He's not a good quarterback, man. He doesn't know how to read, doesn't see where he's throwing the ball. You know, all he can do is run. And, you know, I'm like, all right, but I think he's got a chance to be really good with what we've seen. And, you know, I kind of go back to that interview from years ago where Brett Favre said he was a couple years in the league and had no idea the difference between like nickel and dime secondaries. And, you know, they would be in meetings and they'd stay, and he was like, yeah, I see that. And he, you know, when he had no idea what he was really looking at, and coaches would just throw terms, he would agree. And I wonder if Anthony is kind of in that same kind of boat.
Well, it could be, and keep in mind, he didn't play a full season, got hurt last year, and was knocked out, and I think that's going to be his biggest problem, is staying on the field. The way he plays football, you got to stay on the field. You can't get injured, and I think the way he plays football is conducive to injury, obviously. So we'll see what happens with him. But I bet I could see that. I mean, the Texans are favored in that game at Indianapolis. So you're right, though. I look at this stuff here, and you see the lines and opening week, and man, I cannot wait. And that first game, by the way, Ravens-Chiefs, September the 5th, which is right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
You got the Chiefs right now are a 3-point favorite. So interesting.
And I'm not surprised that they're a 3-point favorite. Playing at home, defending champions. Ravens are going to be good. How are they going to use Derrick Henry?
Yep.
There are so many questions there. But Baltimore is one of those teams on the rise. I mean, you talk about a great opening night, and I can tell you now, I know we're going to be at the Roo Pub for that one.
Oh, awesome.
And we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with our friends from Yingling.
Yep.
Lots of great prizes to give away. Put that on your calendar now to go be at the Roo Pub for that opening night of the NFL, because as we celebrate. And then what I also find interesting is that Friday night, you've got that game over in Brazil with the Packers and the Eagles. The Eagles, a 2-point favorite over the Green Bay Packers. Now, Philadelphia is the considered home team in that matchup, but I like Green Bay.
Well, that's two really good games to open the season, isn't it?
Well, except for that Friday night game is going to piss me off because we'll be at a high school football stadium.
Well, you'll be at a high school football stadium.
Well, you'll be there too.
Well, until 6 o'clock, and then I'll be in front of the TV watching that game.
Uh-huh.
That it's going to be good. But who knows? I'm not sold. I say this, and I may be dumb as a rock.
Well,
on this point, not in general. I'm not sold on the Packers. I'm just not. And I know that they played well. Jordan Love played. Just am not sold on that football team. I think the Detroit Lions are the class of that division. I think they win the division. What happens with the Packers, I don't know. But I'm just not sold on them yet.
It's going to be interesting. And this weekend, final preseason games. And then you get that ramp-up period, get through Labor Day weekend, and then the NFL season is here. College football, there's a handful of games this Saturday, and then, of course, next Saturday, everybody is playing, including UTSA. So lots to look forward to because, we're finally at the point where, see, Monday night, Thursday night, Friday for some, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days of football. So if your wife wants to watch a show, she's got 2 days where she controls the television. We're finally getting back to normal. My wife has this sign that hangs in our house that says, "We interrupt this family for football season."
Yes.
Thank God we have made it to the interruption part for them, because for us, it's the best time of year.
Absolutely the best time of year. I can't wait. Football is just king. I'm sorry, it just is. I love other sports, but man, when it comes to football, I think anything gets you as excited as watching a football game. It's the best.
It's because it's once a week.
Yeah, true.
You can miss 4, 5, 6 days, weeks of baseball just checking in on a score, but not watch a game. Even with basketball or hockey, with the number of games that they played, you miss a couple in a row, no biggie. You go on vacation, maybe you check the score, maybe you don't, not a big deal. You're on vacation during football season for 3 hours on a Saturday or a Sunday. You're going to carve out time to make sure you're watching your team. Basketball team loses, it doesn't ruin your day. Your football team loses, it can ruin your day.
It can
ruin your week. That's the beauty of football.
I love it. It's great, and it's here, and that's the thing. And I tell you, I hope that if you're not here this weekend, that you get in here before the football season begins so you can take part in what they're doing here at CIRCA. The $1 million football contest and then the Survivor contest, that's why we're here. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make that football season a little bit more interesting.
Absolutely. The ultimate contest weekend here at CIRCA Las Vegas. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'm wearing a nice station shirt, a polo with our 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star logo on it. It's a nice Nike shirt that we got made over at Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. If you need your logo on any kind of gear, make sure you get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing because he'll get you taken care of. Whether you need it on a golf shirt, a fishing shirt, any kind of shirt, Sam will get you taken care of. They have all the big name brands, Nike, Eddie Bauer, Travis Matthew, North Face, Sport Authority, to name a few. If you need t-shirts screen printed, Sam will get you taken care of. If you need caps made, man, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom, including the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps, Katie caps, Nike, Pacific Cap America, Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. Nobody has better prices, and he's the only company in Texas with a one-day turnaround. No order too small, no order too big. All items do come with a warranty. 210-824-3900 or get into that massive showroom on San Pedro, 1 mile inside Loop 410, next to Big Lots across from McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Happy Friday on the Morning Huddle. We've got college football. It's here. It's here.
Cowboys get ready for the Chargers. We'll get you ready for all things football. Get here early. The party's at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real-person support and in-depth online resources, so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. For some stronger starts, you might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
It's football season, and you know the best place to watch games is at the Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road, with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. College, pro, the games are on at the Roo. And when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, the Roo Pub is next to the Angry Elephant at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 210-615-7777 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a walk-up with central air and a skylight, and you found it. Now, every Friday night, you get to fall asleep to the sound of your downstairs neighbors' dance parties. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
Lowe's knows saving pros time and money means getting the job done easier. Right now, get up to 50% off select composite decking and railing. Plus, get an extra 5% off every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Because Lowe's knows savings Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. 5% off or subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store at lowes.com/credit for details.
If you're a man and you live in or around the San Antonio area, you need to listen to this message. Do you find yourself stressing about or even avoiding intimate moments? Do you find yourself thinking, is it going to work? Does your partner look at you and ask, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Do you get frustrated when things don't live up to their expectations? Men, you're not alone, and we have a solution. For over a decade, Mojo has delivered 100% guaranteed male performance results. Mojo truly works every single time. Guys, Mojo works when all other things fail, and its proprietary formula has helped thousands of men live their best lives again. Yeah! Mojo is 100% natural, blood pressure safe, diabetic friendly, and fast acting. And Mojo is now available in both spray and capsule formulas exclusively at Pure Line Nutrition. Call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today at 210-494-2210. That's Pure Line Nutrition, 210-494-2210.
This is AJ Hoffman for the Morning Huddle. Join me and Rob Thompson tomorrow morning at 6 for the perfect ride to work on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Jason Minix. My partner, Joe Reinagel. Not the brightest guy in the building.
What happened?
We're live here at CIRCA Las Vegas. And earlier in the show, we did, I don't know, a long segment on your confusion going to the restroom because you couldn't figure out the figures on the wall if they are male or female, and you didn't know which way to go. You were very confused. And you said, I don't know why they just can't have men and women. And my daughter just left because she's going to the pool and sent us a picture of the entrance to the bathroom where it clearly says men and women on either side.
It does. It does.
But here's the excuse. There's no defense, sir.
Did you see those signs?
Judge Judy.
Did you see those signs?
I don't recall.
No, you didn't. That's the answer you're looking for.
I don't know if I did or didn't, but I wasn't confused at all on which way I was going to go.
You're too mesmerized by the Christmas tree.
I never saw a Christmas tree.
That they pretend to be a woman.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it. I don't see Christmas tree there either. But I
used to like your daughter.
Well, I mean,
what the hell?
Look, she'll give you crap just like you give her crap when you ask for it, when you deserve it. This is a well-earned. You're an idiot.
I just had no clue those were there because you are mesmerized by the stick figures or whatever the hell those are.
But as you were sitting there for, I don't know, 5 minutes trying to figure out which one to go into, and you said you were looking around, how do you not see that?
Well, I was already inside the. Well, if you look at you're inside a tunnel-looking thing.
Yeah.
Looking because I'm looking at those things,
but
going,
common
wow.
sense says, don't you go back to the entrance and see?
No.
Yes.
No, you don't.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
There's no sign, and it should be above. It should be the stick figure.
There is a photo right there.
I think they just put those up because a lot of people are probably complaining about it.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm sure.
They just did that.
They had maintenance come by.
Oh, yeah, maintenance, man. They went down to the sign store and got those right away.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that makes all the sense in the world to me. I think that's exactly what happened.
Well, my confusion.
All right, Bob Dylan.
Man, I had no idea those signs were on the wall. I feel like that cartoon donkey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the reality, my daughter does know you.
Yes.
That when she sent the photo, she even marked the signs to make sure that you saw them.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you can't see them.
I mean, clearly you can.
Well, now you can. It's like when you see a puzzle and say there's a face in there. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. But before you do that, it's hard to do.
I still don't see Christmas tree. I mean, you ever see those deals that say, you look at this and you ask, what do you see? And if you see this or you see, I certainly don't see Christmas tree when I saw that lady.
when you saw that lady. Let me get the picture again to refresh my memory. That doesn't look like a Christmas tree to you?
Not at all.
Look, if you're watching on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, check this out. Now tell me that doesn't look like a Christmas tree. Well, it damn sure does.
I will say a response on our Instagram story. Easy. Left male, right female. She has a dress on.
It's a Christmas tree.
Well, it is not.
So that's a I'd like to see the lady walking around in a dress like that.
It's Vegas.
I might.
I mean, you might. Now, I will say this, though. If that's a Christmas tree, what do you put on a Christmas tree?
You put a star on top, just like you got right there.
Or a Christmas tree skirt that goes underneath the tree. Either way, it's a female bathroom.
Or it could be an umbrella.
An umbrella?
An umbrella.
You get umbrella out of that?
One of those things that you put out by the pool.
What?
Look at it.
It does.
The stick up and the umbrella. Dude, I'm showing everybody. And, now that you know, but I'm just put yourself in my shoes.
In your shoes.
And you could tell.
Yeah. I don't see how.
And that could be mistaken for a golf tee. Guy just put the ball on top of the tee.
You have a golf tee with arms like that.
Dude.
Hold on. James Pledger?
Yep.
What do you see when you see that photo?
Easy. A woman in a dress and a thick guy with his arms out.
Now you know, Pledge.
No.
Pledge, would you have been would you have been confused at all?
Yes.
Not even close.
Now, before anybody asks, because we landed last night, got our luggage, CIRCA picked us up in a very fancy limo. In fact, you could see it on the San Antonio Sports Star Instagram, at SA Sports Star on Instagram. The limo drove us to CIRCA. We check in, and we have not left this building. We gambled last night till about 3 a.m. We met for breakfast about 8:45 today, and we've been in the conference room ever since.
Yes.
So for those of you that are wondering if Joe has already been to a dispensary, the answer is no.
No, I haven't.
He is not. But he sounds like he's had 17 different kinds of gummies with seeing things. Man, what did you take? Because you're seeing a what?
Okay. Joshua Jimenez on our YouTube page says now he can't unsee the umbrella.
Well, because you planted the seed.
It's an umbrella. Tell me that could be an umbrella.
I mean, it could be an umbrella, but why would there be an umbrella on the way to the restroom?
Well, you don't pee on yourself, maybe. Grab the umbrella just in case it splatters.
They have stacked urinals. I mean, you're not going to need an umbrella or a Christmas tree going into the restroom.
Look, all I'm saying is for a brief moment in time, there was a little confusion. That's all. It can happen to anybody.
Juan Garcia says, why did Joe take his argumentative attitude to Vegas?
Because that's just who I am. I can't get away from it.
Frank does point out dispensaries deliver.
Okay, good.
Of course. I mean, I know that Joe has not had anything like that here.
I have not.
The opportunity to even go has not been there. But it sounds like you have.
Because I was a little bit confused.
Well, because you're seeing things too.
I've just never seen that before. Have you ever seen a restroom like that?
I have not.
Okay. That's all. It was confusing for a minute.
There are all kinds of restroom signs that are a little bit different. But the fact that it does say on there, male or men, women, just to help out the slow individuals out there, they already have that. They even have it in Braille on that sign.
But look where I'm at, where I took the picture from. You can't see those.
But here's the question. If you're confused at that point, don't you start backpedaling out just in case you're on the wrong one? You don't just stand there like a weirdo. You backpedal out.
Well, I stood there for a minute, and then I saw some dude go to the left.
And so you said, hey.
So it must be it.
Yeah.
Hey, we're in Vegas. I figured maybe it's optional.
Well, it's possible. And we're in a convention center. I mean, on our floor, there are a handful of females, but not a lot. So the worst that could have happened is you walk into a bathroom with nothing but sit-down options with nobody in there. And that was what you were hoping for. Or if their design is like our design, because I haven't gone into the female bathroom because there was no confusion on my part about how I was getting there. You walk into the men's room and there's a line of sinks that
urinals or potties to be found.
No, but there's 1,000 sinks in there. That you got to walk past and then go around the corner to get to the urinals. Had you walked in and a lady was washing her hands, you know.
Well, there was nobody washing their hands.
No, but I mean, you would have been fine had you gone into.
Okay, so let me ask you this question,
here we go.
Jason.
Mm-hmm.
When you walked through the hallway of sinks, when you got to the point where you could either go right or left, did you look right? Or you knew exactly, oh, well, the urinals, they must be on the left. Everybody knows that.
Well,
that's a great idea, Jim.
in the men's room you're talking about?
Yes.
So you walk in and there's all the sinks and then you go to the right.
That's the stalls.
Well, there's urinals over there too.
Oh, there is.
Are there, I didn't know you could go left.
Well,
are there
left
urinals to the left?
There's nothing but.
There's stalls and urinals to the right.
Didn't know that. I'll have to check that out next time.
Go get lost.
I'm gonna go right next time. Jeez,
it's not that complicated.
Could happen to anybody.
No, not really.
Yes,
not really. Only you.
I just never seen. I thought it was fascinating.
Fascinating
to see
the
that.
Man was fascinated by the bathroom sign.
Yes. Look, this place
You're easily entertained.
Well, it's pretty modern, right? So I guess that's now the modern thing to do.
Well, the sign is very typical men, women.
It's not typical.
It's spelled out for you.
Dude, it's not typical. I've never seen that before. Just tell me this, whether you agree with me or not. Have you ever seen that on a bathroom before?
Those particular signs?
Yes.
No.
Right. So there you go. So,
but
forgive me for being a little bit like, oh, what the hell is that?
Dude, it's art. You can put that
it's
up
art.
in the living room.
Yeah. Let's do
very
that.
Fancy.
Well, during Christmas time, I will.
But it's not a Christmas tree.
I'll decorate it. I'll get out some colored.
You're going to decorate the lady?
I'll decorate the lady. Yes. I mean, my goodness.
Be careful where you put the ornament.
Exactly. Well, right where the
right
where the tree kind of widens out a little bit. Look, it was just different. All right, it's different. And everybody that's making fun of me, that's fine. It doesn't matter. You've never seen that before.
But again,
so you're welcome.
Even if you haven't seen it before, it's not confusing. There was nothing confusing about that. That should not have almost cost yourself to wet yourself because you couldn't figure out which way to go when you had to pee.
I don't know that I wasn't going to walk into the. I never had that option because some dude went.
Right. What we're going to do at some point, probably not today because it's almost Gamble 30 here. But I want you to go over there with video camera. And as people are approaching, ask them which way are they supposed to go.
Little man on the street, huh?
Little man on the street. Yes.
Man on the street.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, it'd be even better. Just walk around the room, not even by the bathroom, and just say, hey, have you been to the restroom yet? Did you have any confusion on which way to go?
Now, see, that right there might get me arrested. Hey, there's some dude, some drunk over there asking me if I've been to the restroom or not.
It's a bunch of radio guys in here, man.
Jeez.
I mean, ain't nobody gonna have you arrested.
Oh my goodness.
But I think you should go ask at least 10 people if they had any issue, and see if you can find one that will say, "Yeah, dude, I was lost. I wasn't sure what to do."
Well, some guy did. It was hard to get out of there.
Huh?
It's a maze in there.
Well, getting lost in there is one thing. Deciding which way to go is another.
Well, it happened. I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
Brilliant.
And it's just
it's the highlight of his trip so far.
It's weird. It's just kind of weird.
Uh-huh.
So there you go.
The San Antonio Missions.
Do they have that at Wolf Stadium?
Nah. Says men, women.
All right. Thank God.
They play the Midland Rockhounds on Tuesday night out at the Wolf. It's a $2 Tuesday, and we've got a 4-pack of tickets to give away right now. We'll give them to caller number 9. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller 9, you're going to win a 4-pack of tickets to go see the San Antonio Missions on Tuesday night. Micah Parsons has some thoughts on how good this Cowboys defense can be this year. We'll talk about it coming up on the Blitz, live at CIRCA Las Vegas on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
First, though, let me tell you how happy I am with my new Kinetico quality water softener. Had it in the house now, I don't know, several weeks, and boy, I tell you what, it's a game changer. It really is. And I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit skeptical. I didn't, well, one water softener is the same as the other. It's not. Kinetico is that much better than all the rest, and I know that now because that's exactly what I'm using. Look, Kinetico's been serving San Antonio for over 50 years. It's made entirely in America, and you know as well as I do, you live in San Antonio, South Texas, a water softener is a must because that hard water that we have can do a lot of damage. It's up to 80% more efficient than competing models, and what I like about it, you don't plug it in. You don't plug it in. It doesn't run on electricity, but soft water is available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And right now, the fine folks at Kinetico are going to let you try this out for yourself. You'll see the difference it makes because they're going to put it in your home for 90 days, absolutely free with no contract. You heard me right. Absolutely free, no contract for 90 days. Hey, if you don't like it, they'll come pick it up, won't charge you a dime. All you have to do is give them a call. 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can check them out at KineticoSA.com. Hey, you know the jingle. Sing it with me, will you? Kinetico. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Kinetico.
Riding 1604 with the Blitz.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Attention, if you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance. Because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-714-8422. 800-714-8422. 800-714-8422.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com. Testosterone plays a significant role in regulating fat metabolism and distribution in the body. It also helps to reduce serious health risks down the line. I'm Manny with Rock's Discount Vitamins, and we carry the highest quality natural testosterone boosters on the market. It immediately provides you with more energy, increased libido, increased metabolism, and improves your mood. With 11 San Antonio area locations, find us at rocksdiscountvitamins.com. That's rocksdiscountvitamins.com. We thank God and you for all the support.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Football season is finally here, friends, and it's time to jump into the Prize Picks play. It's America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Heck, there's over 5 million active users. I'm one of them. You should jump in today. Use your fantasy knowledge to go win some serious money. Know your players' stats. You've been playing them before. Put them to work. Is Zeke going to get 90 yards? Is Stephon Diggs going to get over 100? Play your game. Pick your more. Pick your less, but go pick them. That's Prize Picks. Go play them today. It's easy. Use the code Alamo. Download the app, and you've got $100 just waiting for you. That's code Alamo on the Prize Picks for a deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks, run your game. Head over to Prize Picks right now and use that knowledge. If it's football season, Prize Picks is the place to be. It's the best way to win real money this football season. It's Prize Picks. Go download it today. Alamo for $100. There's money waiting on it. Use your knowledge. Go win some more with the code Alamo and Prize Picks. And tell them Rob sent you.
Attention Roadrunner fans, get ready for an electrifying season of UTSA football. Season tickets are on sale now, starting at just $90. That's right, for only $90 you can catch all the action, all the touchdowns, and all the excitement at the Alamo Dome. Bring your family, bring your friends, and join the fun as we cheer on our UTSA Roadrunners to victory. Don't miss out on the best deal in town. Get your season tickets today and be a part of the Roadrunner family. Visit GoUTSA.com to secure your seats now. UTSA football, it's more than a game, it's an experience. Go Runners!
We all expect our home to protect everything we love. But we don't expect that water is the reason parts of our concrete have gotten so uneven. Walkway tripping hazards, sinking pool deck, cracked driveways are dangerous threats to everyone's safety. But there's one way to learn how your concrete can be lifted. A free home inspection from Foundation Support Specialists. They'll restore your concrete and give you peace of mind. Get your free inspection at FoundationSupportSpecialists.com.
94.1 FM, San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, how about those Bernie Little Leaguers in the U.S. Little League World Series Final Saturday at 2:30? They'll face the winner between Mountain and Southeast. Those two teams play tonight at 6 o'clock. Southwest has already beaten both of those teams. Astros return to action tonight, 6:15 first pitch in Baltimore. They're opening up a series with the Orioles. Texas Rangers off today. They return to action tomorrow. Open up a series in Cleveland.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 as San Antonio Sports Star at CIRCA Las Vegas for their ultimate contest weekend. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix.
Radio Row here at CIRCA.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Reminds me of the Super Bowl a little bit. But I keep looking over here to my left, and there's a big screen. In fact, they're all over the place. They've got the same thing. And it talks about the contest that they're doing right now. The $1 million, the $1 million football contest where you pick 5 games a week and you try to win most of them throughout the year. And then, the Survivor League. A lot of money involved too, Jason.
A lot of money, guaranteed $1 million top prize, over $6 million in total prizes, and circa $1 million. Now you can. This is their big sign-up weekend, but if you get out here before the start of the NFL season, maybe you're coming next week, you can enter circa $1 million and circa Survivor with the enter in Nevada, play from anywhere, and that's the key. In fact, when we're done here, I'm getting signed up for circa $1 million. Although I am a little surprised looking at the current entries, only 2,515, I say only, but 5,744 are in Survivor. And I've done Survivor Leagues before. I suck at that. Honestly, I don't think I've ever made it to past week 8 or 9.
Well, it gets hard when you get there, though, because
obviously,
it's easy to. You would think. I mean, just looking at the board for week number 1 in the NFL, you kind of look up there and say, well, I feel pretty confident that the Bills are going to beat the Cardinals. They don't have to beat them by the 6-point spread that they're showing up there. They just have to beat them. but then you can't take the Bills again for the rest of the season. So yeah, you eliminate the good teams or however it is. So eventually you're going to have to take a chance. And that's when it gets difficult.
Absolutely. And again, that's why there is so much money at stake. $16 million in guaranteed prize money between these two contests. And again, this is a big weekend for them, but you up until the start of the regular season, you can get signed up here at CIRCA Las Vegas. You do have to enter here in Nevada in Las Vegas, but play from anywhere, which is the key. Interesting talk out here, obviously, about the Dallas Cowboys because they seem a little all over the place. We know they're going to be good, but how good are they going to be? Another 12-win regular season, or are they going to be a 9-10 win type of team? Most think they'll be a wild card playoff team. Very few I've seen actually have them not making the playoffs, although some have, but they're not a real Super Bowl contender this year either. They wouldn't be a part of that mix. So they're going to be good. Now, you get CeeDee Lamb signed, and maybe that changes the narrative a little bit, but the defense might be better than we think because we saw all those departures last year on a defense that, I don't know, some guy said could be historically great. Clearly, they fell short of that.
Yeah, some guy. Who was that dude?
I don't know, idiot. That was me. And again, they could have been. They had the makings of being that kind of a great defense, but clearly they didn't get it done. But as you see what Mike Zimmer is doing with this defense and nice signings that they have made, like the one they made yesterday, good Zimmer-type fits, maybe this defense is going to be better than what most people think because we look and go, all right, well, Dan Quinn had a really good defense. They're going to be worse this year. Maybe not. Micah Parsons, he didn't say historically great, but he thinks they're going to be a really good defense.
Mike has done a great job of opening, seeing the film from last year. I was like, hey, Mike, you mind if we keep this in here? We're doing this. We had a lot of success, especially to certain looks, things like that. And, he got his hard nose and he got his okays. We can work that in. So I think the combination of, all our minds been really putting a great use. Our morning meetings, the group just keep getting bigger and bigger. Everyone's knowledge of the system. And I think we have a really good chance of being a really, really, really good defense this year.
I agree with him. I think they do. And I think that's flying under the radar. And I think the Cowboys, if they're going to have success, are going to have to rely on that defense. I just don't see the offense being as powerful and as scoring happy as they have been in the past, whether CeeDee comes back or not. I just don't see it this year. So I think the Cowboys defense is going to have to step up, and I think they're going to be pretty damn good.
Yeah, and again, he didn't say historically great, but he did say really, really,
Nobody
really
says
good.
that.
But he said, he had 3 reallys in there. How good are you going to be? Really, really, really good. Not just really, really good.
Yeah, okay.
Look, you're really, really, really good. Is that saying you're going to be great? But you don't want to say great because you don't want the arrows coming back at you.
Well, a couple more reallys, and it would have been historic.
Well, we were really away from being a really
right. Yes,
could be historically great defense. Could be in the key words. And I'll tell you, because Diggs is back. Obviously, if they move around Parsons, what you see from the defense and the rookies. You look at some of those rookies, especially Nealon, who, when he was drafted, all right, nice pick, but with the expected emergence of Sam Williams, what kind of impact was he going to make? Well, with Sam Williams' injury, obviously Marshawn is going to have to make an immediate impact. And I'll tell you, Micah Parsons said he's really impressed with those rookies on the defensive side.
I really think a lot of Marshawn. I think Marshawn is going to be really, really good. I think he approached this thing the right way of coming in and just being coachable, taking the points. And I think each day he's kind of getting closer to what I'm seeing. I think he's still developing his feel at the pro level. And, that feels hard, bro. And it's hard to really grasp because it's different than college, man. And I think Mazi battled that last year, understanding the feel and the, how strong some of these guys really are and your leverage and, where your most strong point at. And that takes a while, man. And like I said, I'm always grateful for those guys who helped me out. And then, Carson, I think he flashed a lot. I think they realized that pretty early. And then now he's not playing in preseason games. So you can kind of see where he's going in his direction in his career, and he's going to play a lot. So we got a great group there, and and we had a lot of injuries the last 2 years. So we got some depth at the position. It's really good, and I think Maris is really straining out, man. I think I said even yesterday he's making plays all over. I think his kind of. I think when you come here and you're like, man, I'm playing all these good guys, and you're thinking you're still trying to learn the playbook. I think he got it now. I think he's going to be the guy that's going to surprise a lot of people and probably play just as much as Marshawn, if not more. Carson's kind of hard because you got 2 All-Pros, but I think Maris is really going to make that jump.
Marshawn only got 2 reallys.
Only 2. So
only 2, and nobody else got any reallys.
No, but really, but it's not really.
It's just really.
Really.
Yeah, but none of the other guys you mentioned got even 1 really.
No, but they're rookies. I mean, they got to earn their reallys, except Marshawn because he's already really good. Well, and again, then you look at a guy like Mazi Smith. Last year there were expectations on him as a rookie, and he failed to meet those expectations. This year's rookie class, with the offensive linemen, what you're seeing on the defensive side, it could have a lot of impact players on that team and get some really, really good play out of them in their rookie year. But what about Mazi in year 2? And Micah Parsons has taken on more of a leadership role on this football team. And he said he has taken Mazi Smith under his wing.
For me, I just felt like I think this is the year I can really step up and be the leader. I think I'm the youngest dude with kind of most experience with Mazi. I mean, not Mazi, Osa. But, I think I got the crown, and I need to, build up my guys around me and making sure we're all ready. Because at the end of the day, I realize, I'm only as good as the worst person, or how, the saying, you're only as good as the worst person in your team. And Mazi's not even the worst person on the team. The growth he's made, and the thing is, he wants to get better. He's like, "You gonna be on me today?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I'm gonna be on you, bro, because I need you, bro. Like, we need each other. We want to win this championship, and that's what it takes, man. It's not just me that's helping him get better. He wants to get better. He wants to be in better shape. He doesn't want let anyone down. That's the type of person he is. The person of Mazi is what I care about, and that's a unteachable characteristic. A lot of people are like, man, I'm not running. I just continue to get better in my own way. But Mazi, man, he's just so engaged. He's so active and getting better, man. And I couldn't be more proud of him. Even when he don't like it, he be like, "You got me, bro." And I make fun of his breathing because I'm trying to teach him how to control his breathing. Right. You got to learn how to control your breathing so you're not letting so much air out. Right. And he's just constantly just learning little ways to keep getting better. So I just think that's just something I said, man, if we lose, I just don't want it to be like, I didn't do everything I could to make everyone else around me. And I think last year I didn't check that box. And that's something that I was like, man, I want everyone on the same level. So that's why you constantly see me running the middle practice. I want to make sure I can't preach something and not do it, man. They got to see me doing it. They got to see me. If I'm not doing this, I'm going to be running because I need to be in the best shape for them. They need to be in the best shape for me. So I'm just trying to leadership. So these guys are like, man, if Mike is doing it, man, I got to do it or I ain't going to say nothing about it. So I just want to check all the boxes. So when playoffs and season come around, everyone's just locked in. We're all on the same page, and it's going to be like breath of fresh air.
Did I hear him actually criticize himself?
Yes,
he did.
It's the new Micah Parsons.
Wow,
he's a leader.
He actually did. He said he did something wrong. Didn't check that box last year.
No.
Wow.
No.
Micah is growing up before our eyes.
And again, taking on that leadership role, accountability, all of it. Really love what I'm hearing from Micah Parsons as they wrap up camp and get ready to head back to Dallas. Their preseason finale, their only home preseason game, Saturday afternoon. A game you can listen to here on your South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota. Let's talk about the Houston Texans coming up. John McClain, the general, joins us next as the Blitz continues live from CIRCA Las Vegas.
You know where else you can go to watch that Cowboys game is the Big Blind. They've got TVs all over the place. It is the premier poker room in San Antonio. I've been to several, and none of them compare to the Big Blind. It is just that good. Great place to go visit, whether you're a poker player or not. If you're a blackjack player, they've got that. But you don't have to be an expert poker player to go in there. They've got games for every ability. That's the beauty of it. And it just looks great. They've got a great bar. The food is fantastic. fantastic, as you would expect, because it's from the owners of the Root Pub and the Angry Elephant. So you know it's good right there. It is just a great place to go and have some fun. If you want to play, great. If you don't, just have a drink and some food and watch the games. You can do that at the Big Blind. It is fantastic. So head on down to the Big Blind. Get in there before the weekend. They've always got stuff going on, but make it your football watching place. The Big Blind. Get down there. You know exactly where it is. It's right down from the Root Pub and the Angry Elephant, right there at 281 and Redland Road.
San Antonio Sports Star. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Fall Golf Classic is back. Monday, September 30th at Olympia Hills Golf Club. Get your slot now. $120 per person or $400 per foursome. The Fall Golf Classic, benefiting San Antonio sports, is presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, sponsored in part by Jim Beam, PPL Motorhomes, Flight by Yingling, Tomalitos Mexican Restaurant. The Fall Golf Classic happening Monday, September 30th. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house online and owning it, between imagining living there and breathing in your new home for the first time. Having an advocate who can help you navigate the complex world of financing, inspections, negotiating, analyzing the market, and talking through any anxieties that may pop up, that can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors and bound by a code of ethics, because that's who we are.
Wake up. Breakfast. And Nature Made vitamins. Whatever your morning sounds like, Nature Made fits right in. Whether you're looking for vitamin C or a multivitamin to get key nutrients, we've got you covered. Now that's a good morning. We take care of you so you can take on your day. Start your day with Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
What if you could build a six-figure retirement income with almost half the money saved? You heard that right. Get a discount on your retirement, creating a six-figure income with 40% less than traditional 401ks and mutual funds. Hi, I'm Brett Kitchen, best-selling author, executive producer, and star of a brand new Hollywood Deception. In this film, we traveled over 20,000 miles interviewing real Americans who've retired successfully with a great lifestyle and peace of mind. They share their stories on how they get more retirement income with the same dollar saved, and the money's never at risk if the market crashes. That's right. If the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even the super wealthy are shifting money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 50 and want a bigger, better retirement with less money saved, call to talk to a specialist and get a free copy of this brand new movie at 800-486-9595. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you can get it completely free. I'll even cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. Call right now, 1-800-486-9595. That's 1-800-486-9595. Again, that's 1-800-486-9595.
Hi, this is Congressman Joaquin Castro. Here in Military City, USA, we're proud to stand by our veterans. Every year, my office is honored to help San Antonio veterans and military families with delayed benefits, claims, and service questions. Just know that if you need a hand, we're here for you. Call 210-348-8216 or visit castro.house.gov/help to learn more. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
If you're a man and you live in or around the San Antonio area, you need to listen to this message. Do you find yourself stressing about or even avoiding intimate moments? Do you find yourself thinking, is it going to work? Does your partner look at you and ask, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Do you get frustrated when things don't live up to their expectations? Men, you're not alone, and we have a solution. For over a decade, Mojo has delivered 100% guaranteed male performance results. Mojo truly works every single time. Guys, Mojo works when all other things fail, and its proprietary formula has helped thousands of men live their best lives again. Yeah! Mojo is 100% natural, blood pressure safe, diabetic friendly, and fast acting. And Mojo is now available in both spray and capsule formulas exclusively at Pure Line Nutrition. Call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today at 210-494-2210. That's Pure Line Nutrition, 210-494-2210.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix at CIRCA Las Vegas for their ultimate contest weekend. Let's talk some Houston Texans football. The great John McClain joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. You know, John, talking to some people out here in Las Vegas, a lot of interest in the Houston Texans this year, which is a surprise to nobody, but it is kind of nice to hear that they're a part of that conversation.
Man, what a life you guys lead. I saw your tweets. I retweeted them. Man, oh, man. It's unbelievable what y'all get to do. But
it's hard work.
Work. Hard work. Go to the West Coast. Now I get to hang out in Vegas. Yes, everybody's talking about the Texans. People have high hopes for them. They have a lot of talent on both sides of the ball so far. Knock on wood, they've been able to avoid serious injury. This time last year, they'd already lost 2 starting offensive linemen for the season. Then they had 2 more about to go on injured reserve who would miss at least 9 games. So they're in better situation, should be, starting against Indianapolis in the first game than they were last year when they began the season. So everybody here is fired up about the Texans. They're fired up about the Astros, and people are fired up about the Rockets when they crank it. That's been the first time people have been excited about all 3 of our teams.
Wow. I will just tell you, they've already got the numbers up for the week 1 of the NFL, John, and the Texans are a 2-point favorite right now over the Indianapolis Colts. So, you know, already they're getting some love on the road, and they're favored against the Colts.
It's interesting, though, because last year, you know, they got beat here by the Colts in the second game. Anthony Richardson ran for 2 touchdowns before he got hurt. But then when they went to Indy, they won to make the playoffs. The year before in Indy, they won to cost them the Bryce Young pick. And so they won there the last 2 years. And you know the Colts are going to be gunning for them. They want some revenge. So it's going to be an exciting opener. And I'll tell you something else that, to me, it's interesting. Then they come here and they play a primetime opener against Caleb Williams and Bears. And then they go to Minnesota, and they're going against Sam Darnold and the Vikings. And then schedule gets tougher. And so they need to get off to a good start. What do they have? What are they projecting? What's the over-under on their record this year?
Give me a second, and I will look that up, John. Well, Reinagle asks you another very intelligent question.
Well, yeah.
I've got to go through a stack of papers.
Yeah, there's a bunch. I do want to ask you this because I noticed this on HoustonTexans.com, John. It's an article that you wrote about a couple of rookies. And what this tells me, I mean, obviously you're impressed. You say coaches and teammates are impressed with Kamari Lassiter and Kalen Bullock. These 2 guys, it just, I think, shows that the Texans are headed in the right direction, I guess, for lack of a better word, with the moves that they've made and the draft picks that they've picked.
Joe, it's interesting. General Manager Nick Caserio, he has final say on all picks, but he's always tried to get players the head coaches want. If you don't, the head coaches don't have to play them. They're in charge of the game day roster. And D'Amico Ryan seems to be really sharp when it comes to knowing what players he wants on defense, position specific. not just two tackles. He wants a right tackle and a left tackle because in his system, they both have different responsibilities. Same way with the ends, the linebackers, the safeties, and the corners. And so it looks like starting last year and now this year, they have made some really shrewd picks. Kamari Lassiter from Georgia would have been a first-round pick, but he ran a 4.65 at the combine. The Texans didn't care because they said he ran faster when they tested him, and he seized the starting job immediately. Kind of like D'Amico Ryans did as a second-round pick in 2006. And when they drafted Kalen Bullock, he's 6'2", and he's 190, and he looks like he should be playing point guard for the Spurs or the Rockets. He's just thin, but he's so fast. He ran a 4.46 at the combine. We've seen a couple of examples where he's playing deep safety, and he runs to the sidelines for a deep ball down the sideline, and he made a great, what would have been an interception, but his feet didn't come in bounds, but everybody was just awed by his speed and his range. And there's a good chance with Jalen Petrie playing slot between Kamari Lassiter and Derek Stingley Jr. that we're going to see in their 5 DB lineup. We're going to see Jimmy Ward, and we're going to see a lot of Kalen Bullock, and obviously another veteran, Eric Murray. But they're really happy with his 2 defensive backs, and thank you for pointing it out.
John McClain from HoustonTexans.com here on the Blitz 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. At CIRCA Las Vegas, they currently have the Houston Texans total wins at 9.5.
Boy, with that schedule, man, oh man, I'd be hard-pressed to pick them to win 10 or more. But on the other hand, they've got a lot of talent, and I think D'Amico has everything you want in a great coach. Don't see Stroud having a sophomore slump, but the schedule, my goodness, it is so difficult. That's why I don't bet.
Well, and you know, and it's interesting, and you know, I mean, like for comparison, they've got the Cowboys at 10.5, and I think you'd be hard pressed to find people that, you know, 9, 10, 11 wins. Would you bet the under on that? But at CIRCA, you can also go alternate high or alternate low. So a one game either way. Their alternate high is 10.5. Their alternate low is 8.5. Obviously, it wouldn't pay out the same, but if you're thinking 8.5 might be the safer bet, you could do that.
Ooh, that's great. I would take that one.
I'm writing that one down.
Write that down.
John's going to Venmo me later.
Yes.
And we'll be good to go. John, out of curiosity, have you watched the documentary on Netflix about the murder of Steve McNair?
I have not. I know about it. I've been asked about it in my Nashville shows, and I remember at the time reading everything I could. Everybody has tried to make it a conspiracy, saying that it didn't happen the way they said it. And I remember there was a podcast, multiple parts, by somebody. And so it's kind of like the Kennedy assassination. There's always going to be people who don't believe it came off the way the police said.
You know, John, I find it, and I haven't seen it either. Jason was telling me about it, and he says it goes more into the move of the Oilers to Nashville than really finding out what exactly happened with Steve McNair. And that's a hell of a story in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I was there for it. When Steve was drafted, we knew they were going to draft him. He signed a 7-year contract. You can't do that anymore. And the idea was for him to watch and learn for a couple of years. And they signed Christine Chandler, one of the most unpopular players I've ever met, to be the starting quarterback. And it didn't take long for the players and the fans and the media to want McNair, but he didn't get to play full-time till 1997 when they moved to Nashville and became one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Up there, they think he ought to be in the Hall of Fame. I told them, no, he's not going to be in the Hall of Fame. But, man, I've never seen a player tougher than McNair.
Well, I will tell you, John, it's an hour documentary that feels like 2. And it's worth the watch. But if you're watching it thinking you were going to learn anything new or different, or the conspiracy theories that are out there about his death. You're not getting that in this documentary. They address it towards the end, and that's all they do. Like, well, what about this? What about, and then it's over. If the documentary was just about Steve's death, it would be 11 minutes long. So I learned more about the move in kind of a refresher course. And what I really learned that I don't know that I knew is after they almost won the Super Bowl, because that's how they couch that. They didn't lose the Super Bowl, damn it. They almost won the Super Bowl. They had a championship parade to celebrate winning the AFC in downtown Nashville.
Oh, yeah, that was a big deal there. They got a lot of criticism for it. And I thought it was kind of funny, and the fans turned out and everything. Really, it was a Super Bowl. It was the fact that in 99, that's when they got their new nickname, their new uniforms, their new stadium, their new facility, and they came too close to winning the Super Bowl. So I've never seen a Super Bowl loser have one, but there were a lot of extenuating circumstances because of what happened that season.
Well, I tell you, they were just excited to have him there, right?
Yeah.
So why not have a party? I got to ask you before we let you go, John, what has been the secret of the Astros turnaround?
Pitching, because with Kyle Tucker out, they have, I saw his stats in right field. They have the fewest homers, the worst slugging percentage, the worst OPS. They're worse than any other group of right fielders. So if they bring Tucker back after Labor Day, which they're talking about doing, even if he has to hit and throw left-handed, he's going to be better than the guys they put out there. Justin Verlander pitched well for the first time in 2 months last night. They signed Hector Neris, one of their best relievers and one of their most popular players, who got waived by the Cubs, even though he's 8-4 with a 3.98 ERA and 17 saves. And the clubhouse is going to love that. And their catchers, I think this is very interesting, led by Yainer Diaz. They have combined for 100 RBIs. He and Victor Caratini. The team record's 109, so they're going to shatter that. But Alex Bregman's hurt. Dana Brown said today he's probably going to move to first base. It's not the ideal time to be learning a new position, but they get so little production from first base and right field. Getting Tucker and Bregman there, and maybe their rookie Shea Whitcomb can play third base, but their pitching, primarily Framber Valdez and Hunter Brown, has been magnificent.
John McClain, HoustonTexans.com. Make sure you're following on Twitter. Read them at HoustonTexans.com. John, enjoy the week. We'll talk to you next Thursday.
Jason, you got the number of that club you asked me for, right?
Absolutely. I got it.
Okay.
We're good.
Be careful. Be careful after hours, and don't let Joe stay up that late.
Well, I mean, Ryan Eagle there, and who knew you were going to be the plug to get into one of the hottest nightclubs in Las Vegas. But
wow.
At McClain _on_NFL.
Crystal will be waiting. Y'all have fun.
Wow.
Dude, you got to use all your insider connections. I can tell you that.
You have to.
Absolutely. John McClain on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com. As we continue here at CIRCA Las Vegas, we've got what's on tap, and we're going to judge, beat, and give away a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market. And before you fire up that grill, you need to get into Tri-County Meat Market. Locally owned, full service. They have everything you need to up your grilling game. You want to do a nice brisket this weekend, maybe some beef ribs or pork ribs, they've got it there for you. Some great steaks. Man, you want a nice tomahawk, a bone-in ribeye, a great filet, they've got it for you there at Tri-County Meat Market. Their tri-tips picanha, their poppers, they've got everything you need with the quality you expect, and you can always take advantage of their Pick 5 for $25. Tri-County always offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. 2 great locations on Ralph Fair Road and on Huebner, or online at tricountymmeat.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Happy Friday on the Morning Huddle. We've got college football. It's here.
Cowboys get ready for the Chargers. We'll get you ready for all things football. Get here early. The party's at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Attention Roadrunner fans, get ready for an electrifying season of UTSA football. Season tickets are on sale now, starting at just $90. That's right, for only $90 you can catch all the action, all the touchdowns, and all the excitement at the Alamo Dome. Bring your family, bring your friends, and join the fun as we cheer on our UTSA Roadrunners to victory. Don't miss out on the best deal in town. Get your season tickets today and be a part of the Roadrunner family. Visit GoUTSA.com to secure your seats now. UTSA football, it's more than a game, it's an experience. Go Runners!
Your neighbors at El Guacamole Mexican Grill on 25020 Blanco Road are ready to serve you breakfast or lunch fresh, made to order Mexican dishes or cold drinks on tap. Order today or visit El Guacamole Mexican Grill on 25020 Blanco Road.
What's better than one win? 3 wins. With Straight Savings, you keep your own phone, get one line for only $25 a month with real unlimited data, and get rewarded with a $200 phone credit after 12 months. It's a win-win-win. Head to Walmart or visit straighttalk.com today. Switch to Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Straight Savings Plan enrollment requires compatible unlocked device and new line of service. Bonus device credit requires 12 months of active service. Offer ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. Taxes and fees apply. For network management practices, see Straight Talk's terms and conditions.
Kick off fall with Labor Day deals happening now at Lowe's. Right now, buy one, get one free on select interior paint via Lowe's gift card rebate for your next paint project. Plus, don't miss out on select one-pint annuals. Get 5 for only $5. Shop these can't-miss deals today before they're gone. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 9/4 while supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
Football season is finally here, friends, and it's time to jump into the Prize Picks play. It's America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Heck, there's over 5 million active users. I'm one of them. You should jump in today. Use your fantasy knowledge to go win some serious money. Know your players' stats. You've been playing them before. Put them to work. Is Zeke going to get 90 yards? Is Stephon Diggs going to get over 100? Play your game. Pick your more. Pick your less, but go pick them. That's Prize Picks. Go play them today. It's easy. Use the code Alamo. Download the app, and you've got $100 just waiting for you. That's code Alamo on the Prize Picks for a deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks, run your game. Head over to Prize Picks right now and use that knowledge. If it's football season, Prize Picks is the place to be. It's the best way to win real money this football season. It's Prize Picks. Go download it today. Alamo for $100. There's money waiting on it. Use your knowledge. Go win some more with the code Alamo and Prize Picks. And tell them Rob sent you.
Dave Ramsey here for pure, clean, soft water. Get a Connecticut water softener. You can try a Connecticut absolutely free for 90 days with no contract. Call Connecticut of San Antonio today at 210-656-PURE.
Testosterone plays a significant role in regulating fat metabolism and distribution in the body. It also helps to reduce serious health risks down the line. I'm Manny with Rock's Discount Vitamins, and we carry the highest quality natural testosterone boosters on the market. It immediately provides you with more energy, increased libido, increased metabolism, and improves your mood. With 11 locations, find us at rocksdiscountvitamins.com. That's rocksdiscountvitamins.com. We thank God and you for all the support.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. CIRCA Las Vegas is where we are. Make sure you're following San Antonio Sports Star on Instagram at SA Sports Star. The behind-the-scenes fun stuff, especially late at night or Joe getting lost into the bathroom.
Yes.
All of that content there. Make sure you're following at SA Sports Star on Instagram. And also, don't forget our golf tournament coming up.
Oh, that's right.
September 30th. Get signed up now. Get your foursome and get signed up. It's $100 a player if you're playing with a foursome. If you sign up as an individual, it's $120. The Fall Golf Classic, benefiting San Antonio Sports, is presented by the Lofts of Jesse Hernandez. Also sponsored by Flight by Yingling and Jim Beam. September 30th. Get yourself signed up at sasportstar.com.
Going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Always is. And, you know, what's really going to be a lot of fun is college football gets going. Longhorns and Aggies, we know they're going to play. And I love that the rivalry is back. I love that Texas and Texas A&M are going to play again in football. I know they've played in other sports, non-conference stuff. I even like the SEC basketball schedule. They're starting the conference basketball play, Texas against Texas A&M. Love it. Well, there is a joint press conference between the two universities today down in Houston. Now, there was a lot of speculation when there was a press release that, hey, these two schools, they're going to have a press conference in Houston. And the speculation immediately was, oh, crap, they're going to make this a neutral site game because they're a bunch of sellouts that will do anything for money, which, of course, we know is true. And then Chris Del Conte, the Texas athletic director, started the press conference.
Secondly, I think I had the dutiful knowledge to tell you that it is going to be a neutral site game. We're going to move the game to Dallas one year. The next year we are going to move to – just joking. How ridiculous is that? To see Coach, holy cow, we're not doing that. Everyone just puckered up just a little bit.
Yes, they did.
Yep. It's exactly what they did. Because, you know, it is, I don't know what the word is, sad that we feel like everything is for sale, and for the right price, they would make that a neutral site game.
Because it is all for sale.
And you can't tell me that that they wouldn't take that money if it were there. So absolutely, but they're not. They announced the title sponsor because everything is for sale.
It's always for sale. Everything is. But that game cannot be a neutral site game ever.
No.
I mean, it just can't. The fan bases there, I think, would riot. Just because, look, it's got to be home and home. You look forward to that type of atmosphere at your place. And just like College Station is a buzz right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Looking forward to this game this year, having it there. So, yeah, I would tell you, you can't change that and you can't make that happen.
No, and again, at some point, maybe there is enough money and they would say this is what it's going to be. But I do appreciate Chris Del Conte having a sense of humor about everything and hearing all the rumors. Everybody thought, press conference, they better not make this a neutral site game, for him to do that. You know, we are here at CIRCA Las Vegas.
We are.
We are.
Yes,
I don't know. We probably mentioned that 18,000 times in
maybe
the last
once or
3.5
twice,
hours. Mike Palm is big boss man here, and we've had him on many times. And thank you for inviting us back for the Ultimate Contest weekend.
You're welcome anytime. It doesn't have to be an event. You guys said, what's Chris Del Conte up to? What's the big news out of Texas?
Yeah, well, so there was a press conference today. Pledge play it again. Now, they called this press conference without a lot of notice. And in Houston, and both Texas and Texas A&M are going to be there. And so the immediate, bleep moments and thoughts was they're going to make that game. This was Chris Del Conte at the press conference.
Secondly, I think I had the dutiful knowledge to tell you that it is going to be a neutral site game. We're going to move the game to Dallas one year, and the next year we are going to move to – just joking. How ridiculous is that? To see Coach, holy cow, we're not doing that. Everyone just puckered up just a little bit.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
So he was being funny, but some people started laughing in the background, so he had to have a grin on his face.
Well,
right?
I'm sure when you showed up at the press conference, you saw all the logos for the title sponsor and all that kind of stuff. So, Mike, the vice president here at CIRCA Sports, and the Ultimate Contest weekend, the idea that we're getting ready in a game like Texas A&M coming back on, I know that's going to be great for you guys, isn't it?
How about Texas A&M Notre Dame?
Yeah,
That's a hell of a way to start the season.
Yeah,
week one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's a huge game. A huge game. And I know the market's suggesting Texas A&M, right? They're betting them up. The line's moving a little bit. I think they're a wild card. Look, Notre Dame, they probably have a better than not chance to get in the playoff in this new format. And even if they lose to A&M and Florida State, maybe they're still in as a 2-loss team with 12 teams, right? But it's a heck of a way to start the season. It's a good measuring stick for Notre Dame. I like them going there, play that game. I think it's a win-win for them, even if they lose. Look, you got to find out who you are anyhow. So, and look, you want to be able to try to recruit Texas too, right? I mean, the ACC is the smart move for them to recruit Florida.
Yeah.
Right? Playing the ACC heavy schedule is great for Florida. The Big Ten doesn't want him anymore anyhow, right? They offered him many, many times. I'm a Notre Dame grad, so I know the whole background.
I
see the Big Ten.
Yeah.
The Big Ten is,
right.
when we wanted you didn't want him. Right? So, I think that's great. Del Conte right now, I mean, he's feeling himself a little bit, I think.
Sure.
The Schlossnagle move is really a big move.
Yeah.
Maybe not everybody's a college baseball fan, but it's hard to follow the tradition of what they did at the University of Texas. I mean, Augie Garrido's great. I was a Cliff Gustafson guy, right? But I mean, what they've done, and Schlossnagle, I sort of knew that move was happening about 2 weeks before it did, because we have some of our friends here whose kids are being recruited by some big D1 schools, and that was sort of in the wind.
Yeah,
that was going to happen. So that the wringing of the hands at A&M is a little bit false to me about him leaving. But I mean, it's an interesting time in the state of Texas, isn't it?
It's fantastic. But that only adds to what is a great rivalry anyway between Texas and Texas A&M, because you talk to Aggies and there's Texas again. So I'm so happy that this rivalry's coming back.
I mean, that was a tradition too. The
Yes.
Thanksgiving week, right?
Yeah,
That game.
absolutely.
There's some classic games there. People sort of forgot about it when they went to the SEC, but I mean, that was one of the maybe bigger than the Egg Bowl until they left. Then the Egg Bowl became
Justin
the
Tucker
Egg Bowl's
kicking
now,
that field
right?
goal to send A&M into the SEC, and they got that last win.
By the way, take a look at his numbers over 50 yards. Nobody
Tucker?
wants to talk about this, but he's on the way out. And when you think about handicapping the NFL this year and all the challenges for Baltimore, don't forget about that. Just look at the last 3 years from 50 plus has all been declining for him.
That's all the stuff you guys look at when you're setting the line,
we
right?
do, yeah.
All right, so let's talk kickers. How Brandon Aubrey will help the line move up for the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, I mean, that's an interesting situation, because
talk to me, Mike.
I firmly believe that the coach-quarterback combo is what matters in teams. And maybe Bo Nix works because of Sean Payton, right? They have to. That's supposed to work in Dallas. McCarthy and Dak is supposed to work. And I guess you can say it's worked in the regular season.
Yeah.
I mean, they win 13 games. Well, you can't complain about their regular season, right? You can't complain. But getting undressed in the playoffs is certainly a concern. And now he's a lame duck coach. I don't know what they didn't do a lot. They signed a long snapper. That division is interesting, right? But and here's why it's interesting. Philadelphia is the best team, I believe. But if things go bad early, Sirianni lost that team last year at the end. He totally lost the team. And you know how the Philadelphia fans are and the Philadelphia media. If that goes bad early for them, nobody's talking, Sirianni could be the first coach fired. Watch. If it goes bad at the beginning, watch. He might, maybe Dallas picks up the pieces in that division. I think the Commanders are going to be better than people think.
Thank you.
I really do.
Yeah.
I really think they have a shot at the playoffs.
I do too.
I think they're in the mix.
They're my dark horse pick.
Just agree with everything Mike Paul said.
Hey, the people that listen to this show know this. Washington is my dark horse team in the NFC. I think they're going to be really good. And they're certainly not that team you circle anymore and say it's an easy win.
I know. I think the Giants are really bad.
They're horrible.
So I think Washington picks up division wins there. They always play the Eagles tough.
Mm-hmm.
They like every game they almost beat. If they don't beat the Eagles, they should have beat them, right? And they probably split with Dallas. So then you got to go out and you're playing a third place schedule, whatever. They got a real legitimate shot. I think the NFC wild card is really wide open, because I think it's Detroit, Green Bay, San Francisco, and then I think there's Dallas, Philly, and then who? Someone from the South. You can pick anybody out of the South, right?
Well,
Anybody.
Atlanta.
I'm not a Cousins guy. Are we sure Raheem Morris is a great coach?
No.
But they have a lot of talent on offense.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Nobody talks about Tampa Bay. They've only won the division 3 straight years, right? I'm out on New Orleans. Any coach that should have got fired the year before, I'm out on, right? Dennis Allen should have got fired last year. I can't back New Orleans. I think Carolina improves, but they got a long way to go.
They do.
And the quarterback is still too small. I mean, I just look at him in the NFL. He's small. You know, to me, you can't overcome that. The defense is decent. So, you know, you try to take shots with futures. Who's going to win a division that's up for grabs and get a home playoff game? Because then you can make money. Could argue Atlanta, Tampa Bay. The AFC could take a shot in the South, right? I think it's going to be tough for Houston. Look, you go from nobody paying attention to you and playing a last place schedule to playing a first place schedule. You go from all those noontime games to the 3:30 games, and I think they got too many guys that need the ball on the offensive side too.
And CIRCA right now, you guys have them at 9.5 for the win total. And
it's interesting in that division as far as division odds. It's really split. There's support for Jacksonville, there's support for the Colts, and there's support for the Texans. There is some sharp play on the Texans to win the AFC. I have to tell you that.
Really?
I just think they have a lot to overcome.
Yeah.
You know, a lot to overcome. But
like Patrick Mahomes for one.
Yeah. Well, just give them the 1 seed and let's start the playoffs.
Exactly.
The West is so bad. It is so bad. The Raiders have no quarterback. I think Denver, even if Knicks is decent, the defense gave up 70 points in Miami. They get a lot of holes to fill there. Jim Harbaugh has made an immediate impact anywhere he's went, but that roster's an old. He's going to need 3 years. I know he's an instant results guy, but give him 3 years and see where he goes. I mean, how did the Chiefs not win 12 games?
Yeah. Really?
Yeah,
exactly.
How did they not win 12 games?
Mike Palm, Vice President here at CIRCA Sports. It's the ultimate contest weekend. If people are listening in San Antonio right now and they're not coming to Vegas this weekend, when is the cutoff for people to get to Vegas, register in Nevada, play from anywhere? How much time do people have to get out here and get signed up for these two great contests?
Yeah, so the cutoff is at 2 p.m. the Saturday before the first Sunday of the year.
Okay.
So
why do you make that complicated? What's the day?
Yeah, what is it? The 6th, the 7th? Who knows? And you like Labor Day's in August. I don't know. It's a strange it's a strange calendar, isn't it? So it's September 7th.
Okay.
At 2 p.m. Pacific time, because it's got to be, because then you got to get your picks in by 4 Pacific time for week 1.
Yeah.
It's interesting in Survivor. You can actually play that Baltimore-Kansas City game, and if you lose, you can buy back in and play the game in Brazil. By the way, why are they playing it at the 4th largest stadium in Brazil? I think they're very afraid that there's going to be empty seats. They have 90,000 seat stadiums. They're playing it at a 45,000 seats. And they say the Packers are Brazil's team. Whatever.
Yeah,
that's a great game though. Great game to start the year. You got tremendous Thursday, Friday.
Yes.
But you could go 10 lose on Thursday, 10 lose on Friday, and then have 10 more. So you could shove.
I like that.
You could get that 30,000 in real quick on Survivor.
Absolutely. See, that's a guy that's right. Yeah. So come back that weekend.
I mean, how would you play those two games though in Survivor?
Gosh.
Maybe you play, but there's better spots to play the Chiefs than Baltimore. I think they catch Baltimore at a good time. You've got a defensive coordinator. I mean, he was playing 2 years ago and has never called a game. And Lamar's never healthy. I mean, I call him the COVID kid. How many times he's still studying up on it? Remember his press guy? I'm going to learn about what this COVID is. They said he gets sick in practice. They think they tested him for Lyme disease. I heard from somebody I know with the guy.
Crazy.
You lose your defensive coordinator. You lose a lot of pieces on the defensive side of the ball. Now they have guys to step up, but they've never had that number one role before. Tucker, I mentioned, on the decline, and you lose in the worst possible way the AFC Championship game by totally losing your identity and throwing the ball down the field on 2nd and 4 because you're down 7 to the Chiefs at home. I mean, they went nuts.
Yeah.
They should have hired Munkin's brother at Army. You knew he would have run the ball at least. And now you bring in Derrick Henry, who's a straight north-south runner.
Yeah.
That's not their run game. They're a slashing type run game. I just think Baltimore's I love the organization. And I love John Harbaugh, but I think they have a lot stacked against them this year.
Wow. Mike Palm, Vice President here at CIRCA. Are you going to be around tomorrow?
I'll be around. I'll be around all week. I got a panel here. I got a panel on.
You got all kinds of stuff. We got to get you back on tomorrow where we've got a little bit more time.
Are people in San Antonio worried about how Becky Hammon will deal with pregnancy with the Spurs.
No.
That's what I got. That's what I got.
Not
I'm
really.
Nobody here cares.
Right.
Yeah, I just bust balls,
Well, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Hey, you're the boss man.
Right.
But I was surprised to hear the accusation, but knowing Becky, her response is exactly what I expected.
You guys might catch a break if Harris wins. Maybe Pop gets a cabinet seat, and you can get Becky in right away.
No, he and Steve Kerr both. I mean,
Yeah.
Guy got shot a month ago, and we're going to put him to sleep.
Exactly.
This is the guy that you remember when the Arizona State fans chanted PLO when his dad was, and he was so offended by. I mean, a little bit tone deaf.
Mike Paul, Vice President at CIRCA Las Vegas. We're going to get you back on tomorrow.
All
when
right.
We have a lot more time.
We'll do it.
Thank you for having
Thanks
us
for
again.
letting me drop in, guys.
Absolutely.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Always good. Well, I'm
Thank
sure
you.
we'll talk tonight at the happy hour deal that we're
Bar
going
Cannon,
to.
my favorite part of the weekend.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Drinking. Yes. Yes. Here we go. You know what we do every Thursday about this time?
The Blitz wants you to know what's on tap. Presented by Sam's Burger Joint.
It is time for What's on Tap, brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint, online at samsburgerjoint.com. They got Matt Kirk and we decided
the Wayfarers.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Pledge just needs to
just put Wayfarers on there.
Spell
Right?
that out a different way. Skyrocket on Friday. The Red Wanting Blue on Saturday. On Sunday, Sonny Sweeney is going to be out there. Go to samsburgerjoint.com to get your tickets, see their entire calendar and their menu.
By the way, if you had tickets to this show, you probably know it. It was they canceled this one, the Australian Pink Floyd show.
Yeah.
It's not there. Austin Gilliam, though, is at Green Hall tonight. Cirque du Soleil, Song Blazers, a journey into country music. That's happening at the Majestic Theater tonight. And Paulie D is at the 1902 nightclub.
Frost Bank Center, Future and Metro Boomin' tomorrow night. And they say no camping in the parking lot. Kim Fo's out at Green Hall. Moody Center has the PBR Gambler Days Day 1, which I believe is bull riding out there.
Bull ride.
Fitzgerald's Bar has tributes to Metallica, Megadeth, Iron Maiden, all kinds of heavy metal out there.
Wow, they're going to be rocking out there, aren't they? Green Hall on Saturday night has Them Dirty Roses, Ty Myers at Floor's Country Store. San Antonio Home Show's out at the Freeman Expo Hall on Saturday. And the Spasmatics are at the Bluebonnet Palace on Saturday.
What's on Tap, brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint, online at samsburgerjoint.com.
Grilling with the Blitz, presented by Tri-County Meat Market.
And you know, every Thursday, we love to judge meat. If you're doing any grilling, you know you're putting pictures on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Make sure you upload those photos to the Grilling with the Blitz page at sasportstar.com. Nazim did honey bourbon barbecue beef ribs. House-made honey bourbon barbecue glaze, seasoned with salt and pepper, garlic, 4 to 5 hours on the smoker.
They look fantastic.
All off the bone, and they do look fantastic. Congrats, man. You win yourself a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market. It's beer time.
It's quitting time.
Gamble time.
All right.
Dude, it's only 4 o'clock here in Vegas.
It's 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Yeah, we got some people that aren't that.
Well,
the circus just made some more money.
Absolutely. Guy donated $5 on a futures bet, but we can't say it because his wife thinks he's in Utah.
Oh, that's right. He's in Utah.
Yeah. Yeah. Extra innings with Pledge next here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding home afternoons to